with an island girl. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Fell in love with an island girl. Yeah. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Man, I can't trust myself. I don't even need no help. Did it by myself, I don't need no help. Tryna stack money like books on the shelf.
Hundreds in the bag, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hustling in the summer on the sand. Way she's working for it, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hustling in the summer on the sand.
Did it by myself like a selfie. Nobody try to help me. Came to the club with an island girl. I'ma take it to the crib and let me buy you pearls.
Did it by myself, no one help me, yeah. Now these bitches want a selfie. I like big gold chains, I like big gold rings. Let me take it to the crib and let me buy you things.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time will tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Did it by myself like a selfie, yeah. Nobody try to help me, yeah.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell. Big dog status, two-tone paddock. Stacks in the crib, I got a two-floor attic.
Got a two-floor attic, got your girl in the attic. But I'ma bring her right back, dude, don't panic, I'm savage. And nigga, if it's beef, we can manage.
I know a couple guys who walk around with automatics. I got big dog status, I ain't playing, I ain't average. I'ma leave you in static, I'ma leave you in static.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Fell in love with an island girl. Yeah. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Take note.
Tino, babe.
Yo, Tino, he'll get his dome pop. Satin blue on his whip, but he ain't no cop. Don't stop, spray up his motor till it smokes up. Cause what I bought for insurance, I have it wrote off, you joker. Suck on your mum and take note, cause the foreign ring up in his grill. Like grandma stovetop, don't flop. Fuck up the game, like this was Roblox. Oh gunner, running this field, I'm for your walk up. Drum roll, load up a cannon and give her more shots. I put your face on the beam, now you're Zordon. Treat you like an old sketchbook, you'll get drawn on. I lead your girl from the back, I'm that raw blood. Wait, who the fuck feels they could do me something? I'll roll up in your ends with a toolie bussin'. 32 ugly as shit, like Miss Rooney's husband. Somebody cut me the deal, I'm just too disgusting. Niggas think they next in line, but they ain't doing nothing. Mask on, metal in hand, Freddy Krueger's coming. Tools all up in your home, I'm here to fix the plumbing. House blown, toaster run, leak gas from your oven. Diol on your girlfriend's face, and she best get to sucking. Head game resemble my dad, cause it was good for nothing. Yeah, I'm still vegan, but I'm down for beef. Niggas think they slip with a dialect, but talk is cheap. Watch your mouth, little nigga, because I roll with heat. Top said there's no returns, and I see no receipt. I put your boy in the back, like he was groceries. Riding round with the burner boy in case I find any extendo. Licking up shots until it overheats. No mask, did it barefaced, just so they know it's me. Eyes closed, chest wide open, heart surgery. Usher said just let it burn, let's make it third degree. Niggas think everything's jokes until you shoot his queen. Shot was funny as shit, it barely missed the beam. Wax on, then wax off to leave the burner clean. Then open up the Uber app to flee the murder scene. Waving a stick will make them levitate. I raise a toast in the air, let's celebrate. See a couple holding a blade, like it's wedding day. And yous can leave with a slash, just like wedding cake. Bitches on snap in the snacks. Oh no you ain't, know your place. Word to flawless, you look like bellyache. Beat my dick all off in the face, and let it detonate. All facts, just ask your mum, she'll demonstrate. Damn right babes, I'm a jerk, just let it marinate. I gave it a beat like I was Penfold. And some retarded head, my tongue's mental. Babes, if you die then you die, cause you was meant to. Nigga, all I do is draw, I'm a pencil. Run up on you niggas like the rent's due. Dude, screwed, if I see food, you're on the menu. Your homies have to find the Dragon Balls to resurrect you. Fuck it, you niggas can all hate. I'm better than all of you niggas I don't rate. If your girl's fit, 4+4 she'll get 8. I'm a chiropractor back, just setting them all straight. Scorps, take note.
Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for a sports Q&A special edition, people. Another one of these because what is going on the red side of Merseyside? Liverpool have lost 7 in their last 10 games. Can Arne Slot turn it around? Who is at fault? Is it the recruitment people? Is it Arne Slot? Is it the new players is it not even the new players they brought in? The players who are already there, is it your Van Dijks? Is it your Salahs? Is it your Gravenberches, for example? So we're going to be discussing all these things because rather than speculate and run jokes and laugh and banter and all them things, I'm like, I'm going to go directly to the sources, you feel me? Go directly to the plugs and the quality Liverpool content creators and Ram, of course, and see what exactly is going on, people. So I know some of you lot may have seen the last time I did this. So like I said, man, I had to bring back the quality content creators, the standard bearers, man, and see what's going on rather than just, run bants, run jokes, part of memes and all this type of stuff, worst title defense and all this stuff. So yeah, big up to everyone that's locked in though. Shouts to everybody who is locked in. Make sure you run up the likes on the video when you enter the city of sarcasm, pay the tax, run up the likes. Make sure you share this out across all the socials as well. And on top of those two things, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, people. So hit the like button, share and subscribe, and just keep all your comments, questions Liverpool related, because that's what this is about, people. Without further ado, let me bring the man them in the building. Enz is in the building. G's here. Ram's here as well. What you man telling me, man? What's going on? You man good?
Bro, I don't like, you said some stuff, you threw some shots, but we'll let it go because this is
what shots?
Worst title defense. Like the season ain't over.
No. I said no. That's what people are calling it. I'm saying so far. People saying potentially worst title defense. It ain't over yet. You know what I'm saying? Notice I didn't disagree with the shot you Ram. Says a lot, but we move. But yeah, what you saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. They even defend you, Ram, yo. You know what I'm saying? I think Ram's frozen.
I know what end is on. I've already said my piece in the private chat. I'm gonna leave it like that, bro.
What's going on? Whoa. That's crazy. But yeah, you lot, make sure you subscribe to Enz's channel, subscribe to G's channel, subscribe to Ram's channel. We're gonna add all links underneath in the description in a second. Big up Vikrin as well. Big up SK. The first tune is Jody featuring Jay North called Island Girl. So that's out on YouTube, all platforms. The second tune is my bro Scorps. That was just unreleased freestyle he had. So I was like, yeah, this is fire. So let me use this. Big up to Sai as well in the cut also. And big up to Jay in the building as well. But yeah, man, Enz, we'll start with you because we ain't spoken a minute. Obviously, you went on the last one. Talk to me, man. What's going wrong at Liverpool, and who do you look at? Like, who's most to blame? I've heard so many different things. So where do you stand?
Bro, it's so many different things, man. The team's too good to be doing this poor. We're winning and losing. We're doing like a Spurs. I think it was Spurs that kept winning and losing, or it might have been United that didn't have a draw. It was either win or lose, and I think they finished around 10th or 15th or something crazy when they did that. There's so many people you can blame. You can blame the players for performances, but also you can blame the manager for the way he's setting up and the way he's approaching the game. And then the little things that's winding me up, is the fact that he keeps mentioning stuff that are our weakness. I'm not saying these guys are not capable of finding it out themselves. Obviously, they get match reports. They get all of the data that they need. Where you coming out and saying, yeah, the long ball is a problem. We don't know how to fix it. That's like accepting defeat early, bro. And I'm like, I don't know what we're trying to do here, bro. We're just saying stuff now. Sometimes you just have to be quiet and stay at the meet. I know you can't stay at the meet. You got to do it. But sometimes you have to just be like a couple of words and don't give too much away. You know what I mean? So, but look, we got 2 games back. We won the Villa game, won the Real Madrid game. Felt like we was kind of moving back in the right direction. The performance looked good to an extent. I think you can find some positives there. And then we witnessed Man City, bro. And you're like, yeah, this is kind of crazy, bro. Like, what are we doing this season, man? So you asked about who do I blame more? I think the manager, because you can't sack 20-odd players, can you? You can't get rid of 20-odd players. So there's only one man you can look to change and hope to get the best out of the players because, bro, all of them are not performing. They're so inconsistent. Some obviously have stood out. Szoboszlai for me has stood out. But like the senior players for me are the ones that's kind of like, I get it. You can't play for individuals, but you can try your best to, cheer them up, get them ready for the game. When things are going wrong, you can stand up and be accounted. And I feel like our somewhat leaders have kind of hid as well. And I don't like that, man. Yeah, I don't like that, bro.
When you say hid, in what sense you mean you're leaders of hid?
Nah, do you know, like, because we watch the game in it. I know, like, from a rival standpoint, you guys will catch a game if you guys are not playing, right? So you won't get the full game every second of the game.
Oh, I've been getting the full games with you lot recently. I've been locked in, mate. I've been like you, and you know what I'm saying. And I've been a darker skin version of you. You know what I'm saying I've been locked ready with your games, people. Oh yes, I've been there. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, just little things, bro. There's little things, blaming players, you know, blaming others, and not taking responsibility for your own game and making sure your own game is where it needs to be before you can blame. And then just unsettling, you know, players within the team at times, you know, just like making better decisions in moments where you can help boost confidence in and around the team. Just little things, you know, the little details that most people, it goes over their head and they don't really kind of care about. They just look at the result and move forward. Just those little things for me, blaming others, delegating jobs, you know, not making the right decision when it matters. And then, you know, that if you make the right decision, it can boost the other players in and around you, their confidence, because they're suffering a little bit as well themselves from a confidence perspective. But yeah, man, look, the team is too good, bro. You know my stance on it. I believe this team is way too good not to come back from this. But I don't know if the manager we have currently is the guy that's going to get us back from it.
Has your stance changed over the last? So when did you turn? Like, when was the turning point for you where you was like, all right, this manager, you got
losing games of football, bro, and I can't see a forward. I can't see a forward momentum. Like,
so it wasn't a particular game. Was it more? It was more.
No, it wasn't a game. It's from. I didn't like I was playing in the second half of the season, and then I called out some stuff from preseason because I watched all the game, and I know most people look at preseason as fitness. No one cares about the result. I'm like, I care about the result, and I also care about what I'm looking for. And I'm looking for what's the chemistry like? Who's the new like partnerships? You know, we got a left back and a right back in. What are they like with their wingers that we're going to utilize in the games? I'm looking for different things, different systems. Okay, when you know, if we're going to use this half to do the attacking system and then we use the second half to do the defensive system, what is it like when the fringe players come in when you have to rotate it? So I look at all of these things. And I saw us conceding too many goals. I saw the players like playing like individuals in moments. I seen some little connection. I thought Ekitike and Wirtz looked like they were going to do some, you know, good little bit of chemistry and connection in pre-season. We had a really good game against Atletico Bilbao, Athletic Club now, they want to be called. And I thought, okay, that looks good, sharp football. I looked at the double pivot. I like Soboslai and Gravenberch as our double pivot. So I'm looking at some, and then I'm just like, no, we're still conceding some dead goals though, man. Like something is wrong because we keep shifting the shape, keep shifting the partnership, and I get it. In preseason, you want to give everyone a run to get the fitness up. But preseason for me is still to work on what you plan to do going forward into the season. And then when you come to the latter stage games, you kind of sit on an 11 unless there's injuries, and you go, right, this is my 11 I'm going to use in the starting game in the season. So for these 2-3 games, we're going to run it, see how it goes, 60, 70 minutes, make some changes. But we just kept changing it, bro, and keep moving stuff around. I just didn't like it. And then I noticed the conceding the goals and how easy it was, even though we had players back. So it wasn't like our players weren't getting back. They were getting back, but we still conceded. I'm like, no, that doesn't even make sense to me. And I'd hate that because those are the times when you're like, bro, like I can't even predict when we're going to concede. Because I'm like, there's 6 players around 3. We can't concede.
And you concede.
And then you concede. I'm like, yo, now what is going on? And then we start the season, you know, against Bournemouth, scored a couple of goals, looking good. And then we concede 2 goals. And I'm like, yo, like we've thrown away 2-0 leads as well. So it takes me back to what I noticed from preseason. Like you were conceding too many goals. Then the gaffer, because I listen to every preseason press conferences because I do the previews. So I always like to hear what he has to say so I can bring it to the people, different points that I like, dislike, whatever. And he was like, oh yeah, we're conceding too many goals. So I was like, so you've noticed what I'm noticing then. Like, we're like, this is mad. And then what was killing it was we kept scoring late goals to win games. And everyone, I know a lot of people was like, yo, Liverpool's scary, Liverpool's this. And I'm like, yeah, but we're scoring late goals, bro. So we were calling this out early. I was like, nah, I don't think we can sustain scoring late goals every game, bro. I don't think we're going to run out of time. Big up to Savage, because he said there's going to be games when we run out of time. And we're not going to get the late goal. And the other team is going to get the late goal. So when we were saying it, everyone's like, nah, be grateful, be happy, or negative. I'm like, I'm not being negative. And then I remember this one comment. The guy was like, "Yeah, listen, bro. When it's sunny, those are the times to kind of fix the roof, innit? Instead of when it's raining, then you're on the roof trying to fix it." And I'm like,
I love
let's
that.
try and fix these issues while we're winning.
No. Yeah.
Bro. So when I was like, we're gonna go through a mad spell. I couldn't tell you when, but I knew it was coming. And when it's happened, I wasn't mad. I was just like, yeah, I saw this coming. So that's why I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever, in it is what it is, innit? We're not doing well, and there's nothing I can do about it because I foresee this. I saw that was conceding goals. The gaffer said we're conceding goals. Saw that there was an issue with the transition. The gaffer said there's an issue with the transition. But brought it to my people. That's why I love my community, because I brought it to them. People was like, yeah, it makes sense.
It makes sense. Something's wrong.
They'll be like, yeah, this ends guy is chatting shit and blah blah. I'm like, all right, fair enough. But now everyone can see it. But my bad for talking for so long, man. But
that's cool, man. That's what you're here for. There's no talking too much, unless it's Ram. Like, it's cool. Don't worry about it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Why mention my name, man?
Hold that, man.
You didn't need to do that.
I just, you know what, Ram? It's just crashing on you. It's fun, I can't lie. I don't want to hit you. I'm sorry,
man. Never have I ever mentioned your name after.
You always crash on me. Don't do that. You forget. You feel me?
I don't forget. That's such a lie.
When you've had the time of your life. That's what that is. So you know what? Hold that. You feel me? Hold that, man. That wasn't necessary.
Man said I speak too much. He just doesn't want me to speak at all.
I don't know why.
See the censorship. You see the censorship people, yeah?
Yeah, man's doing that from that's crazy,
Ram speaks too much.
Man says gatekeeping your opinions, Ram. That's crazy.
Big up.
Opinion don't matter, Ram.
Sorry, man. You know what?
That's
all our times with that. It's first. And big up to Emmanuel from Kenya as well. Hey, big up Eddie. Says violence in the chat, people. You have to give the vibes this moment deserves. Big up my guy Eddie. Hey, Sham, good to see you in the chat also as well. But you know what, Ram? We'll go to you. Have your thoughts changed from the last time we spoke in regards to Liverpool and onslaught and etc.? Because are you onslaught in or you onslaught out currently? I just laugh, I even tell Joe it's a serious question, yo. Why you laugh, yo?
He hit from the question yesterday, bro. So let's see if you answer.
Why you lie? Hey, you don't hide over here in this city. There's no hiding. You know that.
Yeah.
Out front and center.
I've been here for too long, bro. I've been here for too long to know that.
So you don't
these opinions. At this moment, I'm neither Arne slot in nor Arne slot out. I don't care. Call me. Yeah, Arnie fix up, bro. Okay. I don't care if people call me Master Splinter. You have splinters up your ass. I don't give a shit what people say. I keep it consistent, yeah. Like I said a couple seasons ago about Arsenal, whether they were going to challenge for the title when they first came about, I'm like, give it till December and see what happens. And I'm going to keep the same energy for most teams, and that's including my own football club. The only time I would change my opinion is if the best of the best managers is available and we're more than happy to get him. That's the only time I was like, we can get rid of the manager, and that was Brendan Rodgers. And to be fair, Brendan Rodgers overstayed his welcome. I think the falling out with Steven Gerrard really tipped me over the edge with that manager. But that's all in the past. With this one is a difficult one because I feel like every time we see Liverpool progress, there's always some form of regression afterwards. Like, you know what I mean? It's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back, then 4 steps forward, then 8 steps back. You know what I mean? This ain't no cha-cha thing, bro. We know no steps, right? It's just pure shit. Pure shit. And it's weird for me to make a judgment when the manager openly, and let's admit, he's openly said he's made a couple of tweaks to the system against Aston Villa and against Real Madrid, which I was like, calm, that's cool. I want you to do that. But my main issue for that Man City game, and bare people were saying we played the same like we did beforehand. We played the same like some people that are mainly honest out were said we were reverted back to type. I'm not saying certain man on the panel, but certain people that have given their opinions about the manager said we reverted back to type. And I'm like, no, we play the same way we played against Real Madrid, except we're not playing against Real Madrid. We're playing Manchester City.
So it's a different setup. It's a different thing.
Yeah. Setup, bro. Completely different setup. And I'm gonna ask Enz and obviously G when he's back. Yeah. Manchester City at their pomp when we had Jurgen Klopp and we had Mane, Salah, Firmino. Did we ever press them like like the way we did last time, even when we had the best presses in our history.
Yeah, I think look at the Champions League games when we played them. The 3-1, I think. Then we had that what was it, a 4-3 as well, Anfield. I think we just mixed it up with them, but we understood that when they had the ball, we had to drop in and respect that they're good footballers as well.
Exactly.
And I felt like in this one we did neither. And you said you think it stayed the same at Madrid. I completely disagree, bro. Against Madrid, he said we don't want to go into a mid block because of the players like Mbappe, Vinny. They're good in the half spaces with transitions in behind. So he said either we press them high or we sit in and do a low block. So he didn't want to do this whole middle ground. In the Man City game, we did the middle ground. We didn't get the press right, then we ended up in the mid block, and then we tried to drop back. And that's why you see a lot of the transition with Doku. We were chasing back instead of us being set and facing him. There was a few moments when we were set and face him, but the team wasn't set. Not as good as that you saw in the Madrid game, where as soon as Vinny got it, there was maybe like one, maybe two moments where you're like, okay, little quick switch and he's on 1v1. But other than that, it was mainly everyone back, and it was about Vinny. Every time he gets it, he's like, right, I gotta play it that way. And that's why Mbappe couldn't get it in those half spaces in the game. In this one, they had players. Even their DM, what was their DM? Nico was in
Gonzalez.
Half spaces, picking up the ball. He's the DM. Like, how's he finding space? And that's why I said we kept the same team, but we didn't keep the same system. It was high press, and we missed out with the press. Like, it was all over. The one man went, then they passed it round him. Next man went, passed it round him. So it wasn't like traps or the team pressed. And then we was like, okay, they're coming. Let's just sit in here and wait and see. So we weren't even back defending. And they'll just knock it wide, Doku, boom, run it down the channel, and now everyone's chasing back.
The reason why I slightly disagree with that to an extent is because I felt as though with the Madrid game, our management of the game in general was very, very good. Because when there was the right moment or period of the game where we're like, let's high press them because they're under the cosh, we did that. But then, and I use Sobosai as the best example because he was the one that was leading the press and telling other players when to drop back and stay compact. We did both sides of the game very, very well. That's why we to an extent dominated Real Madrid. However, we're playing Man City at the Etihad. It's a completely different game. We don't have the support of Liverpool. We don't have that hostile atmosphere that we can create. It's basically Man City's atmosphere and Man City's quality on the pitch. And I'm like, Arne Slot ain't a stupid guy, yeah. He's won a league title. Like, you don't win a league title by fluke. Like, I disapprove of.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that.
You can win. You can go in a Champions League run, as an interim or anything like that, but you can't win a league title, on just like vibes and everything like that.
You mean vibes in that? Yeah.
If that's the case, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would have got a league title then. You know what I mean? So, Arne Slot going into this game, my question was, you knew the quality of Man City and you saw how well we did in our compact shape against Real Madrid. Why couldn't we do that against these men when we saw how easily Man City ripped through Bournemouth because of their press? That's the question I've got to ask, because I'm not of the person. I believe that Arne Slot needs to go back to not what we did last season, but what he did in games where he fine-tuned the team and fine-tuned the setup for specific people, because it's not working at the moment.
What exactly game would you say, if you had to pick a game where you think, okay, that mirrors what you think he should do?
Specifically for me, I would probably say I'll say the Man City game of last season where we did the 4-2.
And you know the problem with that, Ram? If you listen to one of his press conferences, he said that those were the games he went against his own beliefs.
I heard you say this before.
This is what I'm saying, so, bro. This is what I'm saying. So, how you want to see us play isn't how he envisions us playing. But we know, we're sitting here going, that's how you get the best out of these boys, because that's what is in our DNA.
But not on a consistent basis. I'm saying tweak it finally for specific opponents. Still keep to what you're playing. But if you have a specific opponent who play a certain way, like Man City don't play the same way they do. They're playing a more transition style of game. You need to identify that and play a way where it's the fact that we can negate what they're doing, but also get the best out of our players. And I feel as though he does it against Aston Villa and he did it against Real Madrid, where he fine-tuned it ever so slightly for those two games. But with this game, he just kept it the same. And I was like, come on, man. You showed some tactical nous in those two games, but then you went back to being an idiot, bro. Like, come on.
That's you man's gaffer, bro. That's all I'm saying. My gaffer.
My gaffer's retired, bro. I'm just letting you know, yeah. G,
he said his onslaught fix up, man. I hear it. It's ironed out. It's not ironed out. I hear it. There you go, Ram. You can use that one. There you go.
Give him man slogans, you know.
Yeah, man, you gotta give my catchphrases. Yo, you just gotta make it rhyme. That's what it is, Ram.
A lot of what Fuller says, it just goes over my head, bro. I'm just saying.
That's all I'm saying, though, Ram, bro. What you're asking
I
for,
do this to this guy, you know, when I try help him, but go on as you were.
No, I'm saying what you're asking for, he doesn't even want to do. So, like, how am I gonna sit there and go, I know. I'm gonna say I know what's good for it. I can see what we should do to get the best out of our players. And I don't even think it's a difficult fix. This is why it's not the fact that I don't think he's a good enough manager to do it. It's just he's hard-headed, bro. No, I'm not even going to use the word arrogant. He's just hard-headed, bro. Like, he has a vision of what he sees football as, and I'll never take that from any manager. How you want to play, that's down to you. But you have to make it make sense, innit? You have to make it make sense for us. So when we're seeing it, we're like, raw, cold. We can get behind this. But at the moment, what you want to get behind, he's saying that's against his beliefs. So where do we go from here? We just win, lose, draw, win, lose, and we just
actually don't draw. That's the craziest part. Yo, no.
This is what I'm saying. The last time I saw this, bro, was either Spurs or United. One of you guys did a madness, like 10 wins, 11 losses.
Yeah.
What is this?
Because Lex pointed out to me, and it was like, we either win or we lose. There's no draws whatsoever. I was like, what is going on? Just straight.
I think on the Man City game and specifically, before I know we'll get to G in a moment, but I think that was probably the wrong time to crash it on the manager, because I think a lot of the blame needs to be given onto those players, because Man City wanted it more in the end. They wanted to win that game more than than us.
You reckon there's a lack of fight? There's a lack of heart there.
Lack of heart, lack of fight. Some of the defending, bro. That after that first penalty, our asses dropped. I'm telling you, bro. We lost all that mentality, man. As soon as Konate smacked it back at Bradley when he didn't need to do any of that shit, it was just like these man just gave up. These man were like, "Yep, it's gonna be one of them games." You know what I mean? So they felt sorry for themselves, and look what happens. The goal that we conceded, Konate should have dealt with. Nico Gonzalez's second goal, we should have. I don't know what Verge is doing.
You blame Van Dijk for that. That second, you should have done better.
Sorry,
Van Dijk, the second goal. You actually
100%, bro. You know me, man. When it comes to defenders leaving a lazy leg out, bro, come on, man. You're a centre back. You're a centre back. Do your job properly, bro. Don't do no half-ass shit, man.
Do you know the thing that you're saying, yeah? That I don't disagree with in terms of what the players were doing as well, right? But the problem you have is you could use that for any manager, innit? It's not the manager that's on the football pitch kicking the ball, miscontrolling it, not finishing their opportunities. But managers still get sacked, right? And 9 times out of 10, the reason why they get sacked is obviously the result, and also if the players don't understand what the requirement or what they need to do. Sometimes it's quality, but we have quality, so that can't be an excuse. It can't be, the players are not good enough, we need to spend a bit more to get the team better. We have got a really good team. So now your job and your responsibility is to try and get the best out of him. His problem that he has is he's a guy that thinks about football so much, and the way he speaks, I listen to every press conference. Every time he's on Sky, TNT, the other little channels, the Dutch ones, when he's doing, I have to go and get I listen because I want to hear what he has to say. And then when he's saying stuff, I'm like, oh, this is the reason why you're doing this. Well, that's the reason. What many Liverpool fans do, they don't watch these things. It's just match day. We watch a game and then we make our opinions based off of that, which is cool. But that's the reason why when I'm trying to explain stuff, people are not understanding or seeing it, because I'm coming from the standpoint of what he's saying, and then I'm using that, what he's saying, I can then use the games to show you. Like Rami's saying, which is rightfully so. I think last season, those games against Man City, Villa, and that Real Madrid, I thought we were so good in those games because we went into the game with a great plan, a great mindset of how we want to play. But then you got asked, it was either on Sky Sports. I think it might have been the Sky Sports one. I'm trying to think. He was definitely about a month ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, when he got asked about, you're playing the same games again, the Villa, Real Madrid, and Man City again. And then someone asked about it and said, yeah, do you correlate what happened last season to this season? And then he was like, yeah, like speaking about the game. And he was like, yeah, but I went against my beliefs in those games. And everyone's like, those are the games that most Liverpool fans would equate to what we played well in it. We looked at the Villa game clean sheet, looked at Madrid clean sheet, Man City clean sheet as well within that run. And everyone was like, from that point last season, we're like, yo, nah, this team is cold, But I'm listening to him say this and I'm like, oh, okay. So you don't want to do the defensive thing. And I'm like, nah, but we're one of the best transition teams in the world, But we're not trying to do that. We're still trying to do the old pressing high up the pitch. But we don't have the system to pull those triggers. Like when Mane was there, he was an aggressive presser. Diaz, when he was here last season, aggressive presser. Nunes, all the hate he gets, aggressive presser. Then Salah can then get on the end of stuff where they would nick it or force them into areas. The midfielders pick it. Salah is open and free to go and do what he needs to go and do. But now it's getting bypassed it, bro. Like simple passes. I'm not even looking at. It's not like I'm watching a game and these guys are playing good football to get out of our press. Simple passes. Little one into feet, set, round the corner to the midfield, set back, sprays it out wide. And I'm like, okay, so all right, very easy to get out of these presses then.
Yeah, fair. I did. I hear that. G, what are you telling us, man? Obviously, Em said a lot, as is Ram. Where are you at from the last time we spoke in regards to Liverpool and everything that's going on?
Listen. I took a break from watching Liverpool. I don't need that.
I took a break.
You see what I'm saying? I don't need that.
I don't know what football you're watching, bro, because Barca ain't playing well either. You know what I mean?
I'd rather watch Barca. I'll be honest. I'd rather watch Crystal Palace at this stage. But like all jokes aside, I think what do you call it? Like what Enz is saying, what Ram is saying, like I don't even disagree. Like they both have valid points. I hear it. I'm not in or out. I'm more just I don't really care. Like if you stay, do your thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like if you go, then I'm like, okay, he can go. But if you're not getting him the guys I want, then it doesn't matter at that point. Like you're just gonna get in another guy that I don't really like, and we're just gonna be back in the same situation. I think, and I was looking at this earlier on today, and it's only because I saw Jamie Carragher talking about it, and it just made me think, right? You see, with Liverpool, unfortunately, which Arne Slot wouldn't have been able to have known, or Hughes or Edwards, the players that we've got, that's not going to work. None of them, like none of the players that we have now, it's going to work in terms of where the Premier League is going now. The Premier League is now going back to its traditional roots of long balls, direct football, strong athletes and stuff like that, right? And this is where I can't blame Liverpool because no one knew it was going to go this way. But maybe they did, because I look at, give or take, all of the teams barring maybe like a Brighton, Wolves and stuff like that, who are, teams who like to play a bit of possession football and blah, blah, blah. Bournemouth like to do it as well, but they've got those kind of athletes. Liverpool have gone the other way. We've gone the way, which is what Arne Slot wants to do, which is he wants total football. That's fine. I've got no beef with you wanting that, right? Unfortunately, the players that you do have cannot play total football.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. I've heard this. Sorry to cut you off. Someone mentioned total football and said, "Why would you sign Kirkers, for example, and Frimpong?"
And I think when I'm looking at it, I'm just like, you're caught in three minds. You're caught in he wants to play Pep Guardiola, PSG, a bit of Jurgen Klopp, all mix that together, and I'm going to create whatever my own kind of thing is. If I'm being honest, he's alluded to that anyway, because Ram and Enz have already said last season he played that way against Manchester City. Guess what? That's not even the way that he wants to play. We then go on to this season, first 6 games or whatever it is, you're playing a different way for every single team. So you don't even have your own style. It's more every game. Nobody does that. No top team plays this way for this team, that way for that team. No, I have my way. We win, we move, we lose, we move. There is no compromise. There is no, we're going to do only maybe random one-off games. Inter Milan versus Barcelona back in 2010 or whatever it was. Yeah, of course, you're going to do it in one-off random games. You ain't doing it in as a majority. 98% of your games, you're going to be playing one way of football. It then depends on how good that football is, obviously, over a period of time. So he's caught in like 3-4 minds. And there's probably other teams, managers that people can say, whatever, that's fine. But he's caught in so many minds. The Premier League has now moved to this type of football. That's the type of football that the Premier League is now playing this season. Arsenal do it fantastically. Newcastle can do it. Manchester United are still almost caught in 2 minds about it. Who else is there? Chelsea. Like, there's a few teams who are like caught in the middle, but they have players who are good enough to play the other style of football anyway. I don't believe when I'm looking at Liverpool, and this is just my personal opinion, the total football, you ain't got Vitinha, Pedri, and all these guys. I promise you ain't got them kind of ballers. So you can't go and try and play that type of football. That's fine, not a problem. You also ain't got no athletes like that, bar Szoboszlai. So you can't even play that kind of football. So you're going to have to mix and mesh what it is that you're trying to do. The problem is we don't know. So he's kind of like, okay, one game, everyone's got gas because they beat Frankfurt. No one cares. You know what I'm saying? They beat Villa, they beat Real Madrid, playing this old school way, the way that he was playing a bit of last season. That's great. But that's not the way he wants to play anyway. You can tell he doesn't want to play that way.
He spoke about this.
Do you get what I'm saying? So if he doesn't want to play that way, that's fine. Like, I've got no problem with the way, whatever way you want to play, you just play that. Just play whatever way you want to play. Because at the moment, you can't just keep playing this way, that way, 4-4-2, this game, that game. I'm just like, bro, forget the formation. I said this to Enz earlier on. Forget the formation. Formation is the most irrelevant thing in football. I promise you, it doesn't matter. You need the style first. Get that locked in first. Once you have that, you can fit your pieces in, and your football, because, and as En said, you've got the players, your football will come to fruition at some point in time. Might take a little bit of time, but that's when it will click. At the moment, there's nothing to click. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, it's like trying to put a seatbelt on without the actual buckle to itself. Like, you're just jamming it into the fucking seatbelt.
I will say, it just you say total football, G. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's comparable to to PSG or Barca, because obviously Barca, PSG are a product of total football. You know, it's their own like little bit of Spanish flair into it that actually makes it work. I think total football doesn't work in modern football anymore, because the science.
You're using the term. I'm use it loosely. I'm not saying exact like total. I'm saying modern day 2025.
Yeah, but the way that Arne wants to play football is very old-fashioned, old school total football, 1970s football.
Yeah,
everyone attack, everyone defend. Unfortunately, if you have a team that's physically more dominant than you and can run for miles, which is basically every single Premier League, I would say every single team in English football now, because football science has become a thing. You have to be before you're even a good footballer. You have to be an athlete to play in the top level.
You do.
It's just, it don't work no more. It doesn't work anymore. This is where like I'm sort of struggling to back him, because I can see aspects of where I'm like, okay, you've got something about you, but the way that he sees football, and I don't like saying this, but it has to be said because it's happened for quite a while. Certain managers with their styles and the way they see football, they take that as gospel, and they don't ever change. They argue it until the day they die that their way of football is the best way.
But that's not a problem though, Ram. That will never ever, that can't be an issue. Even Manchester United, I know that they've been poor for time. Their issue isn't the fact that, or in my opinion, you can't have an issue with him having a style of play, because if he didn't have one and you were losing, then you would be sitting there wondering what the fuck are you even doing. That's the problem I think that he's got, is that you can have your style, you can sit there till the cows come home. That's I want you to have a style, have something about you. Be stubborn if you want to be stubborn. That's cool. The problem is he doesn't pick anything though. That is the main issue. And when you've got this level of players, remember, we don't have, like, people need to understand, bro. Like, we don't have Brighton level players, Bournemouth level players, Newcastle. Well, now we've got Newcastle level players, but you know what I mean. We ain't got them type of level players in the team, right? You're supposed to have Liverpool level players. If you've got Liverpool level players, whatever the hell that is, people see that that's supposed to be at the top. That's fine. Then you need to have a style. Like, these guys need a style. I didn't like Jurgen Klopp. I didn't really like the style, but guess what? I can never say he did not have a style and an identity, and I knew exactly what the team were going to do. I could never, you know, say that again.
Well, G. That's another thing with the style and things like that. If you have a style, even if you don't like it, if it works, guess what you say? Hey, you know what? First,
and that's when I said exactly. I sat there for some seasons. I said, you know what? This thing is actually moving all right, because I mean, he's doing what he wants to do. Blah blah blah. Obviously, when it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But that's neither here nor there. You don't have anything though. And Flawless, bro, we sat here like this time last year in 2024, and I told you, man, I ain't really feeling the football that we're watching anyway. That's November of last year. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we're now November of 2025. So I've not liked his football anyway, bar one game that I've actually liked watching Liverpool, and that was against Manchester United, where we won 3-0. Other than that, I haven't liked any other game in terms of the style of play that the team is playing. There's little bits you can take from it, of course, from every game where you're like, oh, yeah, we did this well, we did that well. But in general, no, that was the only game where I said, oh, that's what total football looks like? Yeah, if you could do that on a consistent basis, run that. Unfortunately, I feel like it's almost like the Premier League almost just, and he, again, manager said this, from January onwards, teams knew how to kind of play against Liverpool. So I'm then looking at that thinking, yeah, but you see, this is where in the summer now, I expect you to go out there and listen. Everyone was all happy, signed all these players, and we can't sit there act like we weren't happy, because we signed all of these players and all, etc. I assumed that you were just going to get these players, and then it was just going to be like, oh, like I genuinely thought, all right, you're going to just more or less play like what PSG do, which is, yeah, you got your fullbacks doing this, you got your midfield doing a madness. Even though I kept saying during the summer, the most important position Liverpool needed to sign was not a striker, it wasn't a centre-back, it was a midfielder. In order to play that type of football, we don't have that quality of player. Go and get that, and I promise you, you'll see a difference in the way that the team kind of plays. We didn't do that. We signed the other team players, which are good players, but ultimately you're still missing pieces and whatnot. Then he starts the season, and then now you're sitting in this position where it's like everyone's moaning like, oh yeah, but we can't do this. Or you get gassed after one game. One game we do something well, he then changes it up. He's not changing it up. He doesn't want to play that way. So it's not changing. I just didn't want to do that anyway, but I had to do it almost as like let me just do this for today. Let me just do this for today, get this over and done with, and then boom. He didn't play the same way against Villa as he did against Real Madrid, as he did against Manchester City. They were different ways in the way he had to play.
You remember that? You remember months back, bro? Months back when I said that. And I know what I just said it as a joke, bro. No, I said it as a joke, but I actually meant it. I think every game he's going to change the system. And you're not going to know. And I said, I was like, bro, I don't know what he's going to. I feel like every game he's just going to play away. And there's not going to be an exact system or a style. We're just going to be like, right, we got Villa today, we're going to play like this. We got Man United, we're going to play like this. We're going to go. And I'm like, but the players that you have need an identity, bro. They can't just every game now, new instructions and different instructions. And like, this is like, it was mad. Like,
and that's why, and that's why, and I'll say this last.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Go on, G. Go on.
What, like, I said this on Enz's thing. I did a video and I said the key thing. As fans, we're having the wrong conversation. We need to, even myself at times before, right? That's why I've stopped doing that. We need to stop doing streams. We need to stop on the timeline. We need to stop having conversations about formation that Liverpool need to play. The formation is not the problem with Liverpool. It can't be the problem. It's a formation. Every team has 11 players on the pitch. I promise you, it doesn't matter. But guess what? You can have those 11 players play the same system that you're playing, and they can just play a different way. 4-3-3, 4-5-1. Everyone said when Jose Mourinho under with Chelsea in his first stint, people said it was a 4-5-1 with Makelele, blah blah blah. Well, that's basically what Liverpool did last season. We played a 4-5-1 when we had one defensive midfielder, two eights, wingers, and a striker. It's the same thing, but we called it a 4-3-3. It's the same thing. You're doing the same. It's just 11 players on the pitch. So the formation doesn't matter. Obviously,
unless you
context
change the structure of it.
they go hand in hand. Obviously, when
yeah,
met kind of thing. But in a general sense, let's stop the conversation about I think we should play. No. Let's now have the conversation of what's the style of play that Liverpool need to play in order to get better. Once you sort that out,
what do you think that is? Because you said there about the conversations we should be having.
Yeah.
So what system do you think you should be playing? How do you think you get the best out of this 11?
You're gonna just need to play what N said, which is the way Liverpool set up is you're gonna have to just play transition football. It can't be any we're not a good enough team to play technical tiki-taka, that level of football. But we are, I've said it 100 times, Liverpool for me are still one of, if not the best team in transition. It's long. In transition, they will kill you every single time. You just have to start playing that kind of football. So now you need to start conceding possession a bit more now in games. Let the opposition have a bit more of the ball and maybe have to drop in a tad bit more. I know people don't like it, and I know it's one of those, but we're supposed to be, needs must at this point. Just play transition football because you've got the players who can hurt you. Florian Wirtz is clever enough to play that. Do you know what I'm saying? Mo Salah would rather play on the shoulder of someone else. Cody Gakpo, the same thing. He wants to make those runs in behind. As we saw with his open goal miss against Fing, it's that run off the shoulder of that defender, right? Ekitike, yes, he wants to drop in, but he wants to be dropping in, lay it off, bang, I'm gone. Let me start making my runs. As we saw with his goal against Frankfurt. These good moments are coming from transition. Just play your fucking transition football then. That's the best way to get the best out of this team when you've got a fullback who's on crack on the left side. You've got a guy on the right side who's running like Energizer Bunny. You've got the players to do that kind of football.
You do have that. You say that you do have the players for it to transition.
Exactly. Think about instead of trying to do your total, or even if you don't want to call it total football, if you want to start playing like how you don't have a Rodri, the team, let's just please, we can understand that you can be a good team.
You don't have the balance.
Not have those kind of players. You can understand that. Not every team has had Iniesta, Xavi, and thing. But guess what? Barca didn't win the Champions League every year, did they? They didn't. There was other teams who were able to do that. So you just need to understand that if you're this type of team, play that type of football. Yes, as N said, you are stubborn, but my guy, I promise you, you're gonna need to almost come out of that over these next couple of weeks. Understand that this is the best for the team. Then, if you can buy those sick players later on in the future,
and that's the transition. Do you worry? Because I said here before you go and told that thought, you worry about the pace on the wings. If it is a transition,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's if you feel like we don't. It doesn't. That's just the best way we can play. Forget the negatives behind it. It's the only style of play that this team can play, and they know how to actually.
You know why it nullifies it as well when he says about the wingers. So the transition isn't like everyone that runs out. It means we're in a deeper position. We draw you on. Their wingers are going to go. Fullback is going to get into those areas where he's like, should I go? Should I stay? Should I overlap? Should I try and make those second runs, or do I stay? Normally we ended up nicking it, winning it, and then we go. By that time, their fullback's out. We're not going to lose it unless we mess up the pass. That's the only time. And even if we lose it there, it's not like the fullbacks are going as well and the wingers are going and the centre halves are no, that's not. It's like 2-3 players, Ekitike, Wirtz, Salah, Gakpo. So there's still going to be players chilling. Like they're going to make the run forward, but they're like, if it breaks, I'll pick up the loose ball. So it's not like they're going to nick it off of us to hit the winger and our fullback is all the way up the pitch. That's not going to happen. But the way we're playing at the moment, that's what happens because they're giving us the ball and we're going right back goal, left back goal. Winger, you hold wide. Bradley, I want you to do the inverted runs, underlapping runs. Kirkes do the same. And you're like, I'd rather Salah closer to goal, Gakpo closer to goal, and I'd rather the fullbacks be the guys out wide, and then they go 1v1. And the reason why I prefer that, if you're going to put everyone inside and condense the pitch in the middle, there is no space to play 1-2 football in there. And they set up that way because they know both of our wingers like to do what? Cut inside. So as soon as they cut inside, they're like, all we have to now do is win this, and then we gamble with our wingers straight away. Because if one of us nick it, we're gambling, and then their midfielders are on the opposite side. They're then going. Now we've got 2 centre-backs, maybe someone busting his neck to get back, grab. Oh, so now we're chasing the game like we saw against City. But the reason why I'd rather the fullbacks stay wide and then we play them on the overlap, because they're naturally on their favourite foot. That means 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a ball in the box. Either they header it out for a corner, it goes across into an area so someone can win it, or they header it out. But guess what? We're in a position where we can nick it at the edge of the box. If we lose out in that moment and then they transition still, you just have to kind of just take that on the chin, in it, whatever, because we should be winning that second ball there. That's the whole reason of getting it in. Strikers make their run. The defenders are going to try and do their best to clear it. And then our midfielders are now right. If it gets recycle it back to Virgil, back to Kanate, hit the wide men again, and then we get the ball in the box again. But we keep cutting inside, ignoring the fullbacks, lose it because we're trying to do this backstick cross. They then header it out. It lands to one of their midfielders. They play a 1 quick 2. The guy on the right-hand side goes, he's like, yep, send me. The guy on the left goes, send me. Then the 2-8s go. And then you're like, bro, I will be able to read and stop this. But yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. I actually, as I said, bro, I listened to the gaffer and what he's saying doesn't make sense to me. And I love our players, but bro, I'm watching them just doing the basic of stuff and making mistakes. And I'm like, yeah, this ain't them, bro. Because I know there's a reality where these men click and do madness to teams.
The talent's there. That's why I've said this. It's not no lack of talent. That's why when people talk about you lot missing Diaz and Nunes, I'm like, that is a travesty. Yo. I'm like, that is absolutely batshit crazy.
And then there's a comment there as well. LFC Sai as well.
Sorry, what do you say? This one
point and said,
well, and style won't work.
And here's why it will work against the smaller teams, right? The only reason why the smaller teams drop off into the most lowest of low block is because we send our wingers early, we send our midfielders early, so they just sit there. If our midfielders actually came and been in the midfield and we're moving it around and we move together as a team, they're not going to go to their box and create that massive gap in that middle third. They're not going to do. They're not going to be, oh, we'll stand here and wait for them to come because they're going to be there. They'll be like, no, there's a massive gap in this area. We can't afford this to happen. But at the moment, we're going fullbacks go, wingers go, the 2 midfielders go, the 10, and then we go Virgil, Kanate, 1 player, 1 midfielder in here. And now you have to be so precise. And then we tuck in probably maybe one of the fullbacks and he becomes the third in there. And then you got 3 with the one DM or 1 midfielder holding. But now you have to be so precise. And they're like, we'll just watch you guys do this in front of us because all your players that you can pass to is standing behind our midfield and standing with our defenders. But if you drop off, play, drag the midfielders back, get touches of the ball, you're going to start enticing players to come and want to get the ball. Their defenders ain't going to stay there. They're going to want to come and squeeze and condense the area. And that's when you go, right, that means there must be room in behind the left side and the right side. And that's when you could go bang, bang, 1, 2, send it.
And we also have the players that have the capacity to do that. Like, so suppose that Soboslai is a potential player that can do that. Like, McAllister can do this kind of play this kind of passes. And it's not as though, even if we have our fullbacks, bombing forward, like we still have creators in our midfield that can create from deep. So why and are able to track back if they need to if we lose the ball? So it's questions of like there's answers to everything. It's just whether the manager can actually figure it out or even play the way that he sees fit. That will get us wins.
Before we go to the show, hey, you lot continue to run up the likes. We're watching live right now, watching this back, run up the likes, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to all the mandem as well. I'm going to drop all the links underneath in the description in a second. Stro, what are you telling me, man? You good first and foremost?
Big up, Stro.
Yo, chat flawless with a Bruno Mars haircut, what we saying?
This ain't a haircut, this is the school cut, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Is it? I was going to say, you're rocking a Bruno Mars haircut right there.
I couldn't be asked combing my hair. I couldn't be asked combing my hair. Afro, so I was just gonna be asked combing it out. So I just put the skull cap.
I was gonna say, check you out, fam.
Skull cap. Yeah, the skull cap. I've got a big fro going on. You feel me? Well, yeah, man's blessed. You good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Blessings, fam. Blessings, fam. Where do we even start with you? You was at the game, so we'll start there because you was at the City game. So we'll go there. Talk to us, man.
Yeah, listen, right. Let me just talk you through my day for a second, yeah. So obviously,
this gonna be good.
so obviously, yeah, like I'm in the City end, which is
shit, you was in the City end.
Yeah, bro, I did it last year when we won 2-0. I was in the City end then.
Batik. Go on, carry on.
So I'm in the City end, right? And to be fair, you see the seats because I sent you the picture. The seats are live, like the seats were banging, right? But the problem is, yeah, when the second one, not the second one, when the third one goes in. If it wasn't already abundantly clear that I was a Liverpool fan, when every fucker in the stand starts doing the Poznan and turning around, and I'm the only one in the entire City section that's just looking dead straight, not happy. It was abundantly clear I was a Liverpool fan at that point. Like, the guy who I was with is obviously a City fan. He's trying to turn me round, like, get me to do it. Made eye contact with one City guy, and he could tell by my face that I was not having any of it, and he just started laughing. Yo, it was... where do I even start with this, right? Formation's a problem.
Okay.
The players in the formation are the problem, first and foremost, and the way that was set up to press is the problem. So the perfect example, right? Last year, and I think Enz was saying it before when I was listening. Diaz is an aggressive presser. Nunes was an aggressive presser, right? So if you look at their first goal as an example, we've got them in the corner. If Diaz is there, they don't get out. If Nunes is there, they don't get out. It was so easy for them to pop the ball there, straight into the midfield on the edge of the box, straight into the midfield on towards the middle of the pitch, switch it out wide to where they needed to go, and then Nunes was in. It was too easy because the structure of our press isn't right in a minute. And this is why I'm saying that the formation's a problem, right? Is because the personnel that we've got playing in there at the minute. Look, this isn't to criticise Wirtz because I actually thought for a spell he had a good game against City. But then there was a bit where he ends up getting knocked off the ball and it's directly in front of me. He's lay on the ground and he didn't move for 10 seconds. And he looked up and it was almost as if this come to Jesus moment of fucking hell, I'm struggling here.
Yeah, I remember we watched.
But like the thing was, when you're pressing, right, you don't press with large gaps, as you know. You keep it nice and structured, and you keep it nice and tight, right? So that means if the winger's there, if the striker then comes over, the left winger's got to come across as well, right? But the problem is, Wirtz is not an aggressive winger. That's why when we tried to play him in a number 10 instead of Szoboszlai, the structure didn't work because Szoboszlai is an aggressive presser. He's ridiculously impressive. But that's what you need in moments like this if you're going to go and play a high-press game. You could just, from that 1 second, the fact that they got out so simply, it was almost as if the players started to realise, shit, this isn't going to work. Because, and this is kind of what frustrated me the most about this game, right? Because very similar to Enz, I listened to everything Slot says, right? What he said against Real Madrid, I absolutely loved. It was, you're not going to do a mid-block. It's either you sit in or you press high, right? So my thing was, I was at the Etihad last year and we didn't press high. We played 2 10s in Curtis Jones and Szoboszlai, right? Then you had McAllister and Gravenberch behind and we sat in a 4-4-2. And we won the game 2-0. We sat in, we soaked up the pressure. Konate was outstanding. We conceded all of the ball. I think we only had like 30% possession, but that was a game plan which 100% worked. So can someone please tell me why this time, when you can clearly see that there's players that aren't in form, there's players that are significantly struggling mentally, Mo Salah being one of them, given everything that's happened in the summer and the fact that he's not had a great start. You've got new players that are trying to get used to the Premier League and the system that don't have the confidence yet. And as a structure, it's not quite working. Why do you suddenly think you can turn up to the Etihad, of all places, and try and press one of the best footballing sides for the past 10 years high with the incorrect players in the system? It's never going to work. If he turned up and did what he did last year and sat in and went, okay, then, we'll soak up the pressure, we'll hit you on the transition, and we'll try and build when we've got the moments, we'd have done well. The problem is the personnel in the system, and at times the formation's killing him. The structure of the formation is absolutely killing him. And honestly, I've never seen Salah have such a bad game. That second half, especially when he's directly in front of me, I could not believe what I was witnessing. Could not believe he's got Nico O'Reilly. If you look, I think Nico O'Reilly is a good player, right? Because I watched him and I thought he's actually really, really good. But if you'd have said to Salah at the beginning of the season that you go away to the Etihad in November and you're left one-on-one, and I'm not just talking once, I'm talking at least 10, 15 times, one-on-one to drive at Nico O'Reilly into the box, he's licking his lips. He didn't have a sniff. His touch wasn't there. His second touch wasn't there. The amount of times he got barged off the ball, I'm like, this is not the Salah that I know. And I'm watching it directly in front of me. And then in the first half, I'm watching directly in front of me. And this is where Pep's a bit of a genius, right? Because let's be honest, I've had arguments, as you know, on here, talking about one of the biggest reasons why Liverpool are struggling is because we can't build from the back. That's because Trent's gone and all this fucking nonsense. No. Right?
You've been advocating this for a long time, yo.
Because my whole point is when you look at what Slot's trying to do, nothing has changed. Because he still tries to build through the middle. And the whole point is the ball into Gravenberch between the lines, Gravenberch then on the half turn, in the space, he's then got McAllister and Szoboszlai either side, and he gets it out wide to Salah, he gets it into Ekatike's feet, or he gets it out wide to Wirtz or Gakpo, right? That's never changed. That's never changed. The only difference is what City did unbelievably well. They literally went everything aggressive on Van Dijk's side and went, go through Konate, let's see if he can hurt us because he's clearly not good on the ball. So you just keep doing that. And that's exactly what happened. The penalty, Konate mistake. The amount of times I've seen Konate give the ball away was unbelievable. He's not that guy on the ball. The biggest mistake we did this summer was not getting Guéhi. I watched Guéhi at Anfield a couple of weeks ago. Yes, it was against the ball. Technically, he's outstanding. I'm watching him play ball.
He's saying he would help with the building up from the back. He is a big miss.
Yeah, and you can clearly see like that's what Slot wants to do in terms of his style of play. And then it's just my thing is it's like you can see what he's doing, but he's not got the personnel for it yet. So that's where you've got to adapt your formation. If you've not got players that want to play that, perfect example, right? I'm not comparing the two, but you look at the reason why United have started to pick up some kind of form and some kind of wins is because last season Amorim didn't have the players for the 3-4-3 system. Now he's got the players for the 3-4-3 system. Yeah,
been saying this, man. Well, there's nothing to do with the manager. Give me that team from last year, and then add Mbeumo, Cunha, and of course I'd get better results. And that's me. But this is my point. Like, and you look at us, and it's like you can see what he's trying to do, but this is where he's got to stop being so stubborn. And he's got, especially going away to what he had, you've got to do what you did last year. You've got to sit in. You've got to soak up the pressure. You've got to make sure the gaps are so small and so tight. Manchester City, you're going to dominate the ball at the Etihad. I don't care. I don't mind that. Let them dominate the ball. Don't let them play through our lines. The amount of times they just popped the ball into Haaland. Haaland span, turned, fizzed it straight to Doku, and he's 1v1. It was like, I'm not even exaggerating, 20 times he was 1v1, at least with Bradley in the first half. Yeah, how is he getting left so exposed?
Yeah. And the Madrid game, he wasn't. The Madrid game, him and Salah was doubling up so well, and then anything else, Konate would cover, and if anything else, then the other midfielders will chip in where needed.
Because what was the difference between the two? Because at times in the Madrid game, we sat in the low block.
Yeah.
Because his exact words were, on the transition, you cannot give Mbappe and Vinicius the kind of space and space 1 and 2 on the transition. So are we just disregarding Haaland? Yes, Doku can be unbelievable in terms of his distribution at times. It can be horrendous and he can be massively inconsistent. But we've all seen Doku run at players 1v1 and absolutely embarrassing, especially when he's got space to go into. We made him look like prime Gareth Bale or prime Ronaldo on Sunday. It was so bad. But this is where the formation and the game plan has to be questioned. And I've never been one in terms of slot out or anything like that, because I still believe, like Ram said before, you don't win a title by luck.
Do you think you can turn it around? Are you still
100%? Because I've listened to enough and I've seen him do things in games where I go, yeah, I get it. But the problem is, like a lot of top level managers, they are stubborn. And this is where he needs to just take a step back a second and go, there's a lot of stuff going on in Liverpool. Players are still trying to grieve for Jota, right? You've got players that are massively out of form and massively not confident. You've got new players that are trying to get used to the new city, the new weather, the new food, the new country. You've then got, realistically, if you put Wirtz, Ekatike, Isak into last year's team, it's not a problem. Because the structure's there and the core's there. we've not got that in a minute because like you've got players that are still trying to go through what they're going through. So this was always going to be a bit of a risk in terms of the amount of people that we lost and the amount of people we brought in. It was always going to be a bit of a transition. Do I think we needed to have this big of a transition? No. But that's kind of where we find ourselves at the minute. I 100% believe come the end of the season, he'd have turned it around. I'm not saying we're going to go on and win the league or anything like that. In my head, it's gone.
It'll be better.
Yeah, 100%.
But no, that's fair. What? Hey, you lot big up everyone in the chat. I see you lot. Ends, let me go to you actually on this one. Van Dijk, Johnny's bit. I've seen some heavily criticize him. I've seen others not really criticize him recently, and people even mentioned in the chat about his poor form. Where do you stand with Van Dijk on his form as of late?
I don't even think it's a form. No, I don't think it's a form thing, bro. I don't think it's a form. I think in the game he just did the dumb thing where throw the leg out. I don't think it's like a form where he's just bad and he's out of form and he's not playing well and whatever. I don't think for him, because he holds such high standards and because we know how good he is as a footballer, any little small drop off or anything, it looks bad in it because he brings himself back down to normality where most defenders in the world is at. So that's why it's like, okay, so now we're going to critique if you miscontrol it. Now we're going to critique if you misplace a pass because normally he's way above all of them. He doesn't have to really worry about that. We always look at what Arne is doing or look at what someone else is doing. It was like, but even though I'm watching the game, seeing Virgil do the same stuff, he should have done way better. I think for me, is more the way that I don't like the way that he's talking to like Kirkes in games sometimes, bro. Like we've played football, man. If a guy ever keeps turning around and shouting at you every 2 seconds, that's not going to help you as a footballer. That's not going to help you in the game. Even if you think I'm playing dead, every time you turn around and like, this guy. Bro, there was one, he kicked the ball in his face, and if you weren't there was a tap in
the back. He kicked the ball in his face.
He was there to header it away, and he shied at him. I was like, bro, I know you don't like him like that, and I know you want Robbo back, but bro, come on, man, what's going on? And then just, obviously he has to do a lot of the media stuff in it, so we can't go away from that, but he's just saying stuff now sometimes, bro. Just picking fights, saying, and I get it, because he wants to defend his team, obviously. Yeah. He didn't like what Rooney said, so he has to fight back and fight back there. But I just think like we're saying the right stuff, but we're not doing the right stuff. And I'm not putting it down to him, but I'm sorry, my guy. You're captain of one of the biggest clubs in the world. So like there's gonna be scrutiny on the team when we're not performing. There's gonna be scrutiny on you as a captain if we're looking at the game and you're not. They don't feel like you're doing your part. And that's just different things in the game, innit? Whether it's from a communication standpoint, people look at you and say you're not doing your job. Performances, maybe in moments within the game, they think you should be doing better. I don't think he's like his form is dropped off or anything like that. I don't think that at all. I just think at the moment, we're not playing well. And he's finding it difficult to like rally the players in and around him. Because I'm looking at him and I'm like, yeah, there would have been moments where like Milner in this team right now. I don't think Mandem would have been able to get away with some of the stuff, like not tracking back with the energy. You know, there's certain things like I saw Milner grab up Virgil. I've seen Milner like have it out with Mandem. Like, what are you man doing? Like, come on. There's a reason why you have those type of players in the team. But yeah, and then I look, it's just more the senior guys. Salah, yeah. Listen, I'm sorry, my guy. You're one of the best in your position, but you're not playing as it. You're one of the leaders in the club. You're not showing it. Like, yes, there's obviously context to stuff, but I'm sorry, man. You've chosen a sport in an industry where no one waits for no one. We're not a low level team to go. Do you know what? It's all right. We'll wait and whatever. And don't work like that. I'm afraid, bro. This is why, like Man United, when they were getting criticism, like Bandem were like, nah, bro. We're Man United. Like, what is going on here, bro? Like, where's our standards gone? We have to uphold that. No one was like, oh, guys, you got to have to be relaxed.
People telling me about ceilings and resale value and all this crap, but we buying a house. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? What is going on?
Well, yeah, I just think that we've lowered it. We've gotten to a position now, for me, we've gotten to a position now where we should be competing against the best of the best. That's where I put us. We won the league. Yeah, so we're the best in England. We've now improved the squad and got rid of the players that most people would say or most Liverpool fans thought weren't good enough. I think everyone on the panel could probably agree on that.
Yeah, general consensus.
On hindsight, we say now, but naturally we were like, yeah, he weren't good, he weren't doing well. But now we've improved that. So we've won the league, improved the team. The manager is meant to be great and fantastic and all of these things. So I am sorry that things go against us at times, but you have to go and perform. I'm sorry. This is the industry we're in. This is the industry we're in. We're not in an industry where they go, it's all right, man. You didn't win 3 points today. Don't worry, pat on the back. Yeah, the man, them teammates, we know inside, like, it's mad. But to the outside world, bro, you have to go and compete. There's too much money in this game now.
Can I play devil's advocate a sec?
Yeah.
Can I play devil's advocate? The Kirkes thing, right? I don't mind it. I don't mind it, like, and this is the reason why, and this is purely from a coach's point of view. So I'm thinking, for example, if I'm managing, right, and I appoint someone as a captain for a reason. Of course, you play football with me, you know I don't stop talking in games, and I will give someone shit if they're not doing what I'm expecting them to do. If they do it 3 or 4 times in a game, you best believe, whether they've not even made a mistake or not, the second I get to have an opportunity to have a go at you, I'm having a go at you. Van Dijk's got such... But my point is, Van Dijk is at such a high level. Yes, Kirkes is struggling at the minute, but we can't go from we're Liverpool, we're champions with this, with that, and then make exceptions for Kirkes who's not performing well.
It's not about making an exception, bro. It's one. He's doing one thing wrong, and he's shouting at him. That
but it's not
every player.
It's not one thing wrong, though.
Bro, not everything. No, but you're putting all of it together and then saying he's shouting at him. Then no, I'm talking about he helped you clear a ball. You turned around and shouted him. He didn't make no mistakes before that. He literally.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I'm saying every player takes criticism differently. There's some you can go blah blah blah, scream, shout, and whatever. Some you have to go and go pat on the back, arm around the shoulder. Yeah, there's some players, and Kirkes isn't a guy that you go, I'm gonna bark out orders at him. I'm gonna get. That means you're not aware of your teammates, bro. That just all tells me that you're not doing the job you're meant to be doing, because you should be so self-aware that he's not the guy I should be shouting. I can't shout at him. Yes, I want to. Inside me is rage, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? But you can't go. There's players in the team that you have to go, bro. Listen. 2-3 times now, you're doing a madness, my guy. Come on, man. We're Liverpool. I need something from you. And then you give him the arm around the shoulder and say, bro, come on, next one, I need you. But if you go turn around to him and he's helped you out, because Virgil miskicked the ball, and if you weren't there, the back post, man, were tapping that in.
No, 100%. I agree with that. Yeah, but my point is,
you go, well done, high five. When Robbo was there, bro, he don't say nothing. And I'm like, I've seen Robbo misplace a ball. I've seen him misplace a pass.
But
yeah, but my thing is, but my thing is, it's like, I get what you're saying to an extent, but my whole point with this Kirkes thing is, as an example, is it gets to a point where, and I've been there before with players, and obviously I'm not managing players at the highest level, right? But it's just basic man management, whether it's in work, whether it's whatever, right? My point is, there's only so much you can put an arm around the shoulder for someone, and when they continue to keep doing it, there's nothing else you can do at that point. The example you're using about where he smashed it off his face and he turned and shouted at him, I thought that was ridiculous, and I'm not going to lie. But what that told me in that moment was there's clear frustration between Van Dijk and him in terms of, I'm asking you throughout games to do X, Y, and Z. Slot in games is expecting you to be in this position, to do this, to do that, and you're not doing it. So my point is, I don't mind it from Van Dijk, because he's basically going to the manager like, if he's not cutting it, he needs to come out of the team. Like, we're not in a position now where we can try and just guide players through it and stuff like that. We're in a phase where we've lost 7 out of 10.
Yeah, 7 out of 10.
Mad.
For Liverpool, that's unacceptable. Like, with the greatest respect in the world, we're not Everton. We're not.
Can I ask you this, bro? Why is he not shouting at Salah when he keeps dribbling it into flipping my man in the whole game? That's what I would be as a captain. Go. I don't care if me and you are brethren. I don't care what you've done. I don't care that your mum, bro. Get off the pitch, because you're clearly against us today.
So Salah might not be able to just shout at Salah the same way.
Okay, so you're going to pick on the 20-year-old.
No. So, for example, Sunday.
Come on.
So Sunday, there was a bit where Van Dijk lost his mind at Salah in a 1v1. And I mean, I'm watching him, and he's throwing his hands up, he's shaking his head, he's got his arms out.
Grabbing, bro.
What are you doing? Like, it was.
I don't need big baby tantrums, though, Straw. I need man to go up to him as a grown-ass man and say, big man, what are you doing?
But what does that? But what does that do though? Like you want him to do?
Okay, do you know what? Do you know what that does? You know what that does? It resets his mind because Salah is a world class type.
It doesn't.
No.
When
It works both ways, isn't it?
G, I'm just explaining it. I'm giving you my point of view, right?
Yeah.
None of us truly knows if it does or not. But I'm only going off of Salah's persona and how he's carried himself over the years. World class mentality. I need to do is everything as I possibly can to get the best out of myself. If the guy that you look up and say he's on the same level as me, but from a defensive side of the game, and if he comes up to me and say, bro, you're not doing what you need to do today, that should be enough to get a kick up your ass. But
do you know what?
You can't do that.
To be does that in the changing room, or you know what I mean?
Nah. Do you know on the pitch, bro? Yes or no?
Yeah, nah. Do you know what?
Milner grabbed up Virgil when he tried to do the stanky leg.
You've just so sorry to even cut you short like that, yeah. But and the reason I'm saying this is just because you've just explained that every player is different, right? Yeah. So you're then now saying that he should do it to think. I'm not disagreeing with you. He should do that. But he might not do that because Salah might just not be that type of guy that I go in there, start ranting and raving and this, that, and the third, and feel like I'm just going to gain this reaction and whatnot. The type of player that Salah, obviously, I have no idea what Salah is like. I don't know what Kerkez is like. We've seen with Kerkez on the pitch.
And you can see there's a shy you, bro. He's not taking any. You shy him, bro. He's not on it. You can see him.
Who Kerkez?
Yeah, you can see, bro, his mannerisms.
No.
You can see he's not that guy like that.
So if he's doing that and it's not working, he's probably going to change his tack now. He's probably going to think that, okay, maybe now I don't keep shouting at this guy on the pitch, etc., etc. He's had 9 years with Salah, so he's not going to now be like, yeah, I'm going to start shouting at this brother. Bro, you don't do that. Like, that don't mean no sense.
I don't mind. If I've known you long enough, bro, we should be able to have that conversation. You don't look at it.
Yeah, but not on the pitch, though.
You're mixing the two things.
No, because you man are thinking these men are going to come to blows. I'm not saying that. Go up to him and say, bro, what are you doing?
Why
can we do better?
Why?
If he goes,
why does he need to do that to gain a reaction? When
sometimes
if he's never done it before, why do it now?
Sometimes, G, there's times when you're on the football pitch and things are not going your way. You can do the tantrum thing. Oh my God, throw your hands up in the air, and then hopefully someone sees it and go, he's a bit pissed off. But until I actually confront you about it on the football pitch and tell you I am not happy with what I'm seeing, I'm not waiting 20 minutes to half time to then tell you I'm not happy.
That might be the only way it works.
But there's times when the ball went out. There's times when there was players down on the pitch. I can have a conversation with you in that moment.
I can't have the conversation that you're trying to have, right? Is the by the way, I'm not disagreeing.
It's a quick conversation. It takes 30 seconds to have it. Takes 30 seconds.
When do you think we have 30 seconds?
There was players down in the game, bro. When we was getting treatment, bro. There's easy times. When Riley was down with his calf injury, he was down for at least a minute. You could have gone up to him in that moment and said, "Bro, boom, boom."
And maybe he thought that wasn't the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm actually just trying to make is
this is why I'm saying man's not ready then. Because if if I'm noticing these things and he's not, but he's ready to shout at the 20-year-old. Then come on, bro.
Okay, so like I said, obviously we've all agreed, and Stro just said it there. Like we've all agreed. Okay, cool. Even Stro doesn't even mind it. And to be fair, it's one of those. It's like you're only going to do something that you think that you can kind of do. He knows he can shout at Kerkez. That's his business. That's between those two, right? He might know that after 9 years with this guy, right? Me going over to the other side of the pitch, or whenever we get a minute or two to even just speak, if I start shouting at him, maybe that reaction that you want, which by the way I agree is the reaction we want to see, maybe it might not be the thing with a player like that. He's known the guy for 9 years.
Let me take the word shout out, a stern conversation then, as grown men. Because I think that's what's happening now. We're envisioning Virgil going, "What are you doing?"
No, but that's like me. That's like me on a football pitch, right? I was one of those people when I'm playing on a football pitch. I don't care if you're mad. You be mad over that side. Don't come talk to me about what you're angry with and what you're not.
I'll definitely come and tell you, bro.
Because remember, Salah is we're talking about players at the world class level, right? Salah knows, like we can't act like he's oblivious to the fact that he's been poor, he's not on form. He knows that he's not in form. So you don't need to come up to me and be like, "Yo, G, like I don't care that you don't like it. I know I don't like it. I know that we're not playing well. I don't need you to now come and tell me." All that now puts into my brain is that it goes into now another mode. You know what? Fun what you're doing. I don't really care anymore. I'm just gonna do what I'm doing now. because now I'm going to get
but G, the problem is when you leave people to their devices, because I'm sure us as fans don't leave Gakpo to his devices when he's cutting in off the wing and doing nothing with it. I'm pretty sure the fan base when you're in the stadium.
Fans. No, fans. You can't. I'm not bringing fans here.
But I'm saying in general, and I'm sure I've seen the players go, "Oh my days." I've seen them go like, bruv, you've crossed it to the back post again.
Because you know you can do it. You know you can. There's a difference.
You can do it, but G, you do it 5 times and it doesn't work. At some point, someone has to take responsibility and tell you. And if
no, you're getting it wrong.
Says nothing to you. Guess what? You're gonna think I'm making the right decision. If no one says nothing to you,
but I don't have to.
You're making the right decision, bro.
Because you're dealing with a player, like the only reason why I'm even saying it just for Salah is because he's the only world-class attacker that we've got. So you're talking about a player who's at that level. I don't disagree with the message that you're trying to send out to Salah, because I agree with that. You should be getting on. We should be mad. He should be angry.
Every player, by the way,
blah blah blah, kind of thing. So I'm not angry at the message. The problem is that certain, and we keep having this discussion about Salah. I keep telling people, until people start understanding, Salah is not on the same level in anything to anybody else in the team. He's like a Ronaldo. He's like a Messi. Them kind of guys in terms of what they mean to the team.
Yeah, what they bring to the team.
Players, you cannot, I promise you, I've seen it all the time with all of these kind of players. You can't chat to these brothers in a certain way. You can't talk to these guys in a type of way.
Yeah,
however, you think that you think Portugal sit there with fucking Ronaldo when he's doing piss all game. You think man is shouting at him?
Nah, G, I don't disagree. I agree that they won't. But this is what I'm saying about there's a difference in mentality. I don't care. If I played football with Ronaldo and he did something I didn't like, I promise you I am saying this.
Yeah, you would say
so. 100. No, I get that. I
kick football with and I'm like, no, that was dead, bro. What we doing? Pass it, recycle. Let's go again. Like, I know you're a baller, but come on, bro. Like, you're not the only one.
You the guy telling Kaka to cut it back, innit? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That guy, you telling Kaka cut it back, you know?
Yeah, pull it back.
That's crazy work.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not asking him to go over there and shout at him. I'm just saying, like, bro, we need to mix it up. Something isn't working, and if we leave it too late in the game, all we're doing is just letting minutes tick by. The less minutes we have to make a difference in the game, it means there's less minutes for us to score a damn goal. So when you're seeing things and when you notice it early and you're thinking, right, this could become a pattern, let's see if we can fix this early. That's all I'm asking. As a leader, as a captain, that's the expectation. I'm sorry. I am sorry that you're one of the best footballers in the world, Virgil. And as I said to you, I don't think it's form or anything like that. I just think at the moment, the team is just unsettled. He's a little bit unsettled. He has to come out every week and defend the boys, which as a captain, as a leader, you're going to have to, innit? But there's things that in the game, instead of throwing your hands up in the air and showing that this stays, which is more like a petulant thing, wild man them up, because you're ready to do it with Kirkes. Cool. But if that's what we're going to do, let's hold the standard for every individual on the pitch. Let's make sure that is the standard we uphold, because what it looks like is, it looks like you're picking on this guy. That's what it looks like to me, because I'm seeing other players make mistakes. Gravenberch was awful in the Man City game. Didn't see him once go up to him, talk to him. Like, yo, what are we doing here? I didn't see him once with McAllister outside the game for ages in the game. I'm like, yo, what is... Didn't see that. Didn't see that from like when there was moments what Stroll mentioned when he was outside the game for a period. I was like, yeah, no, you have to understand this is Liverpool, bro. We hold these standards here. Like whatever you're thinking we're about right now, we're not gonna do that. Let's show some fight. Let's show some grit. It can't be I can pick and choose the guys that I can scream and shout at, and then everyone else I'm just not gonna say nothing to, or do it my way. Understand your teammates. Go right. I can have a go at him, but him I have to put the arm around the shoulder. Him I might have to go through the manager because he might not like some of the stuff I might say to him because maybe I'm not going to deliver it in the right way. So I'll go to the gaffer for that. Different ways. But at the moment, we're doing shouting at this guy, throwing my hands up in the air for everyone else.
But I think that's more of a Virgil issue. Like, I agree with you,
and that's why I said, as the captain, this is what I'm saying. These are the things we're going to have to do, bro. So I'm not saying you need to go up to man and shout and scream in his face. Just go up to him like, bro, this is a pattern, bro. Riley's got your number. Bro, I know the manager's telling us we got to play this way. It's not working. We are on the pitch. Can we try something different? Every time you get it, hold it, set it, and we'll try and build that way. Let's see if we can drag him out a little bit more. Let's see if we can, exactly what we did against Carreras for Real Madrid. Salah was amazing in that game because he was doing this, hold it up, nick it round the corner, early flick round the corner, come in a little bit short, so he created a separation, a little bit of distance, so he can change and drop his shoulder. Then we had runners of Bradley, and I was like, yo, that's better. But in those games, I'm like, bro, it's not working. And the problem we have is you keep losing the football, and we're playing against one of the best possession team in the business. So every time you lose it, every time the other guy over there loses it, guess what now? We have to now run around to try and win this ball back. So can we just get it and calm down a little bit? If you're 1v1, like Stroh said, he saw him loads of times 1v1, you're going to have to mix it up. Maybe I'm not asking you to do Maradona. I'm not asking you to be anyone that you're not. But let's drag it, push him into the box as far as you can, or push him as far as you can, and then set it to someone and move. Run off it. Go inside. Go inside. Don't have to pull wide. Don't have to wait. Don't have to run. Just go inside. Make and free up the space for someone else. But it felt like we just like, and if no one says nothing, bro, this is what we get. And I promise you, because everyone's just like, even in the emergency meeting, none of these men said nothing. Let's be honest, bro. Who said what?
No, I agree. I'm not disagreeing.
Bro, we came out of the emergency meeting and lost again. I didn't see man like come out and go, yo, right, let's go now. Let's go.
A reaction you're looking for. There was no response.
And that's because everyone's like, yo, guys, this man is poor. We need to do better. You know, the same thing that we could say in a meeting. Put me in that meeting, bro.
I think you four would be more fiery in that meeting.
Bro, I'll tell man like, yo, this ain't good enough, bro. If
like I said, you're the guy who would tell Kaka to cut it back, man. You're that done, yo. I'm in a bad situation. You are that guy.
While I'm doing that, full well.
Yeah, I know because I played football with you, so I already know. That is ridiculous, by the way. That is blasphemous. That's why that's why sports got taken away. It was for that moment because that was literally before lockdown. That is like. He should never kick ball again. That guy you said that.
Oh yeah, no.
Tell Kaka to cut it back. One of the greatest players we've ever seen.
Hey, listen, the man said I didn't care that his Kaka cut that back, my guy.
Yo, and he said it. He said, cut it back. Yo, what? Yeah.
Nah, Flo, that's what
I'm saying. You don't know how good someone is until they do something. That's what
you can't say that.
He's never seen it in the flesh.
Cut it back, yo. You get the ball. The plan is get the ball to Kaka.
Listen, I gotta run. Sorry, bro.
That's what it is. Hey, and shout out your channel though and everything. It's all good. Man.
Football events, man. But sometimes I trigger people with the guys over there.
Sometimes,
No, sometimes, bro. Sometimes we do, but sometimes if they listen, and most people do, and that's why I love my community there, bro. We have great conversation and just bare laughter, bro.
I seen what you tried to do to Matt, you know what I'm saying, yesterday on Big 6 Man. Shout out Compish as well, man. I seen that. I've seen that, all the comments and stuff. Yo, you was trying it with everyone. I was like, yo, ends.
Nah, because they always pick up. No, behind the scenes, they all try and pick on me slyly, bro. But
you're the big, yeah. You know what you're saying? Yeah, they try to make you the big
pick on me, bro. So they said I can't grow, bro. The man them said I can't grow good beard, so I got onto their hairline. Like, I think it's fair. I'm like, I'm not even trying to.
You're missing out bare context, and I'm just saying, bro. Just saying.
For Ensman TV people, the links underneath in the description. Subscribe to Enz's channel, G's channel there, Ram's channels there as well. Enz, big up, man, every single time.
I gotta fight another war now, bro.
Yeah, man, go do your thing, man. I hear it. Blessings. And Enz mentioned there as he was talking about the standards. And speaking of standards, someone who's far well below the standards. Florian Wirtz, Ram. Over to you, Ram. Obviously, you're a Bundesliga correspondent.
This is what.
So has he not fallen? Has he not? Whoa, is that a controversial take to say that Wirtz has fallen below the standard?
Controversial, but yeah.
Is that a controversial take?
This is right. So let me just drop game for a second, yeah. Right.
Go on. You drop Jules, fam. Floor's yours.
Florian Wirtz should be on 8 assists.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different conversation.
What?
If he's on 8 assists, are we talking about is a flop?
No.
Don't get me wrong.
Numbers.
Don't get me wrong. The stuff he does in games where he can come across very weak. Ones where it looks like a sit, and he does this a few times, right? Where he'll look that way and he'll play the ball that way, but he mishits it and it seems like it's under hit. His overall gameplay, right? He's still getting used to the Premier League. So the biggest problem is the price tag, right? But when you look, and I'm watching him every single game, he should be on 8 to 10 assists minimum. Salah's missed 5, which were on a plate. The one at Chelsea I still can't believe he's not scored. It's getting to the point now where I understand it, right? Because it's banter, because it's Liverpool, because we're not doing great. Wirtz hasn't, I'm not saying he's lit the Premier League on fire. He's not. But when you look at the context, yeah, but But there's a big difference between he's putting stuff on a plate and players are missing it, to him being the worst player we've ever seen and is the biggest flop.
I ain't saying the worst ever. I'm just saying that he's fallen below the standards. You expected more from him.
He should be on 8 assists.
Even outside of that, well, people use that excuse.
No.
So you don't expect more from Verts?
No. Listen to me, man. No. Because if we're having this conversation is on 8 assists, we're not even having this conversation.
Depends on his overall game, to be honest. Where did he get those assists? Context matters. Did he do a Madueke last season and get a 3? Like Madueke, how many goals did Madueke get? I think. But
if you look at our midfielders last year, goals and assists. Mm-hmm. If we're coming into,
you better happy with Verts' performance then overall. This is the point
No, I've said there's times in games where we can come across like.
Don't let Stroh trick you, Ram. This is what he does.
How's it tricking me? You can see
came up with a sweeping statement, bro. You came up with a sweeping statement.
So he's not falling below the standards. Is that crazy? He's hit the heights that you lot expected him to hit so far this season. It's uncomfortable. Ram, don't lean back. Lean forward, Ram. Hey, Ram, I'm talking to you. Hey, Ram, lean forward. I'm chatting to you. What?
See how he wants to have this conversation with you, Ram. He's avoiding me.
No. We'll get to you, Stroh. Don't worry. Lean forward, because Ram.
I'm not bugging. Ram, I'm not bugging man in the corner. He's trying to avoid.
I'm talking to Ram. Wait.
No, because Ram, I'm talking to you.
I can't hear you. I see you, my friend.
I know what Flawless is. I know exactly what Flawless is doing, bro. Because he knows that I've watched Verts for time. I've known I was a massive advocate for Verts when we signed him. Before we even were linked with him, I was a big advocate of him. I know what your game is, bro. But the fact that you want to twist the narrative by saying he's falling way below standards, I'm like, bro.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is the slip shit he does all the time. Like, but it's not. It's how he says it, yeah. But it's the delivery as well. Like, this is what you think. Like, bro, I've known you for fucking 15 plus years. What you talking about?
It has been a long time.
You think I don't know you?
I know him for just under half that amount of years. Yeah, I still know your game, bro. I still know your game.
What is the game? I'm trying to get an answer from you and see.
You're trying to get a reaction out of me, bro.
I'm trying to get a reaction. I just didn't think that was a crazy ass statement. That's all.
That's for you. That's not a crazy ass statement, but we all know the sweeping statements that you like to do, bro.
Bro, I didn't make a sweeping statement, Yo, tell me if he's not falling below the standards that was expected of him.
Ram, let me just take this a second.
Joking aside, Ram's in it. Ram's there. He over there hiding like Gravenberch.
It's not. Because I'll let Ram put the final nail in the coffin on this, right? But just joking aside, we all came on before the season. And we all had conversations about Verts specifically. And every single one of us said it's going to take him time to get used to the Premier League. It's going to take him time to get used to the physicality of the Premier League. So is he where I expected him to be at this point? Yeah. Has he lit the world on fire? No. Has he had that one breakout game yet? No. But he should still be on 8 assists. So that tells me that we've got a player there that once he finally clicks, he'll go flying. So I watched him yesterday or Sunday, shall I say, right? And like I said, there was large parts of the game where he was picking the ball up in nice areas. He was nutmegging people. He was driving past people. He looked good. But then there's just a bit where it's like the 60th, 70th minute and he looks tired. And like I said, there was a bit where he was laying on the floor and he looked up and he was thinking, fucking hell, like the Premier League's different than what I ever thought. And you could just tell he was having that come to Jesus moment. And he's going to keep having that. But the biggest problem is what's killing him is what's in front of him. There's no consistency. Like when you look at Slot's team last year, every single one of us could tell you what the 11 was going to play. I couldn't tell you what the 11 was going to play this time. He's trying to play Verts on the left and he's inverting in to the midfield to try and help out and create overloads. And like I said, the system's not quite working yet, and I don't think he's figured out how to use Verts yet. Some of that's on Verts, some of that's on Slot. But reality of the situation is if he's on 8 assists, this isn't even a conversation at this point. What's killing him is the fact that he's putting stuff on the plate for strikers and they're not finishing it.
But you know me more than that to know. I've got the guy in my team who is the benchmark, the face of getting stats and being a detriment to the team and not playing well in Bruno Fernandes. So you know me well enough. Because when you look at Bruno's numbers in regards to goals and assists, even though that's dried up because he's now playing in central midfield, I was still super critical of him.
But there's a big difference between the two. Is Fernandes wasn't new to the league when these conversations were happening. this guy has moved country. He's still young. He's got a massive price tag on his head, which will bring a lot of weight and a lot of burden. And you can tell that he's trying to get himself through it.
Yes, but with
I said it was going to take time. I said we'll probably see the best Verts. I said we'll probably see the best Verts around December time. And I still stand by that.
January time.
Yeah, December, January. I still stand by that.
Say that again. What did you say? I said, what did you whisper, my friend? What did you say, Ram?
January time.
What time?
Flawless, if you want to have this, if you want to do the conversation at the start of the season, bro, I did also say that even though Wirtz is the guy, you still need to remember Mo Salah is the guy of Liverpool Football
I'm
Club.
directed. This was
Mo Salah is still the king.
Happily with a smile on my face. No,
Mo Salah. No.
It was me.
Did I? Did I not say that Mo Salah is still the king of Liverpool? He's still our king.
This ain't a shot at you. I'm just want to find out your thoughts on actual Wirtz. I'm not holding you to what Wirtz is like, what you said and what Wirtz has done. That ain't on you. Because I don't think anyone
steer the conversation to a certain point, bro. I know what you're doing, man.
What match? You
know, like he's creating the path already. Like he's laying the road down, bro. Putting the concrete.
Like when cops like like when you watch interrogations and cops railroad like suspects down an avenue, but they can't get down in it. Like they're so confident when they're doing it. That's flawless.
You could be a great deck, bro.
You've done this. I've witnessed it face to face.
The flawless. You'd be a great deck. I swear to God. Detective Flawless, PC Flawless. You know.
Yo, I am just asking because I don't know, Ram. So this is why I'm asking. I'm not holding you to what you said.
Imagine Flawless on replace Method Man as lawyer and then put Flawless in there. Like what I'm saying is he paints a perfect picture. Like he would spin a jewelry like you wouldn't want to see.
This is the craziest part. All I did was make a statement and then ask a question to get you lot's thoughts.
But before you said you didn't make a statement,
say again.
Before you said you didn't make a statement, you said you asked a question. This is what I'm talking about. I know
I did make. I did both. It could be really real. I did both. I made a statement and asked the question because I said he's falling.
You said you didn't make a statement. You went, I didn't make a statement. I just asked the question if you man were happy with where he is right now. Now it's a statement.
I did both. No, I did both. Because I said he's falling below standards. What's your thoughts on that? I did both.
Ram, what did he say? G, you laughing? What did he say?
No, he did. You said it was a statement.
You said he's fallen way below standards. That's a sweeping statement.
100%. Yeah, I stand on that. I stand on the statement side of things.
But you said earlier you didn't make any statements.
No, I said I made a statement and asked the question as well. Because I said, what's your thoughts on that after that? That's what I said.
Yo, you bought that ladder to get you out of that grave super quick. Then
Oh, isn't that? You know what? I own my mistakes. I was mistaken, so I corrected myself. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not did that, you know, be in a much better situation.
And there we go. See, the whole reason why I pressed him on that is because I was waiting for some bullshit comment that would come out of his mouth, and there it is. Go straight for Arne Slot. This is what I'm saying. You man in the comments, I know this guy well.
I made a mistake.
Well, though.
I rectified.
We're 10+ years deep. I know exactly what will trigger certain things.
This is crazy what Ram said about, you trying to railroad. No, I'm genuinely asking your thoughts. I genuinely want to know what your thoughts are on.
To be fair, Ram, I'm intrigued.
This is what it was. But you know what? We go to someone sensible on the panel. G, what are you saying about that?
After all that, he's like, now, you know what? I'm out. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
You need a time out. That's what that was. Yeah. Yo, mute your mic, man. Go get some water, man. You know what I'm saying?
Look, man, I think what Stroh's saying about Wirtz is true. I think two things can be true though. I think 100% if he was on 8, 10 assists or whatever, we ain't even having, you wouldn't even care. In fact, we'll probably be looking at him like, yo, this is one of the best players in the world, Ballon d'Or level player, blah blah blah, right? So I feel like that's a fact. I do also think some of it is on him. I don't think it's all on the manager. I do 100%. Think some of it on him. Stroh just said it there when you went to the game, bro. Like you saw him on the floor, and you can see that he's got that kind of fucking hell. It's a bit tough, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? But I'm not even gonna. I don't actually care about the Man City game in that kind of sense because it's Man City, bro. I've seen the best of the best go there, Real Madrid, and get popped off the park. So it is what it is, right? But when I'm looking at someone like Wirtz, do I think big archery? Do I think I expected more, 100%. Like I'm not going to sit here and act like I didn't think, because I thought he was a different type of player. But at the same time, Stroh said it again, like that's not really using him in the correct kind of way. And one of the things that I think about is that Enzo Maresca spoke about Esteval like a few weeks back, and I always bring this up. He said in the Premier League, this isn't a number 10, but he is a number 10. But in the Premier League, he can't be a number 10. He's got to play out wide, and then you can shift into the middle, play through in those pockets of spaces. I'm not saying Vert should do that. I don't really know how you're going to work it, but I do think that you've almost profiled him a bit wrong in terms of you've taken what he's done at Bayern Leverkusen. You've then tried to just say, you know what, do that in the Premier League. Unfortunately, Dennis Bergkamp, Mesut Ozil, the list is not long of number 10s or players you can play in that pockets of space. Do you get what I'm saying? That you can throw other names. You want to throw Bruno, whatever. You can throw them names in, but Kevin De Bruyne wasn't a number 10. Yeah, I mean, he was a midfielder who played further forward. Like, it wasn't a number 10, so to speak. Mesut Ozil got slated after about 2 seasons because he weren't running around enough, even though it's Mesut Ozil, one of the, best players I've ever seen, play football. Dennis Bergkamp, now we're going back in errors. We're going back in time to really, like Rui Costa. Like we're really going back in time to find some ballers who can play in that number 10, position. So it's not that he's a bad player. I just think you're using him in a way that in the Premier League specifically, hence why he does well in Europe. In the Prem, we don't really have number 10s here. So you're going to have to do a Cole Palmer, which is you're kind of like a wide attacking midfielder almost, where you drift out to the wide areas and you can drift into the middle areas, and that's just your area of space. Whether it's on the left, whether it's on the right, that's what you can kind of do. And I think once the manager does that, you'll see it. But you can see, like, bro, I saw him come on against Chelsea. No one else is doing that fucking back heel flick that he did. No. Like, no one's doing that in the team.
Yeah, that shit was good.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you can see he's one of those type of players. I'm like, oh, okay, shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a baller right there. But unfortunately, as Stroh was saying, like, we ain't playing that well. The team's not really with it. So he's already in this whole mix as it is. He's getting benched quite a lot. He's not playing all the games that we thought he'd play. The manager's probably trying to take him out of the limelight. But, he's then making it, it's then turning to then look like, oh, you know what? He's not really up to it. He's not really, blah, blah, blah. You've got the Germany manager who speaks about it. But again, Germany play a different style of play, which he's used to. So give him time. I feel like he'll be one of those players that he'll just have he'll go for a form and you won't notice it. Like, you're just going to, at the end of the 10-game period, you're going to then look and you'll be like, oh shit, he's got 10 assists. I don't even know. Like, when did he get those? And then you'll start going back and then you'll start to see, oh yeah, this guy, it just took him a bit of time to kind of get there. But we just need the little things for him anyway, specifically. But I do think him plus the manager, once they come together, well, you can see he's got quality, man. Like, let's not even think he has.
I don't think it's a lack of talent thing. I don't think.
Yeah, no.
That's where the criticism comes from as well. Because even though Ekatiké's not been scoring goals, you see his quality. He's performed better than Wirtz, in my opinion. For you,
like. Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
without and that shouldn't happen because he's coming from a new league. True. He's adapting to a new league. All of these things, and he didn't come in with the price tag. And if someone would have said before he joined that Ekatike is a better player than Wirtz, people would look at you like you crazy.
But that's the problem. He didn't come in with the price tag. He didn't come in with the biggest price tag. That's
heavy as the head. You know this heavy as the head. That wears the crown. 100%. What I expect from you and what I expect from Ram is two different things. You know what I'm saying? One's up here and one's a complete scrub. So here we are.
What? So Ram, listen, Ram, fight back. Ram, fight back. Fight back, bro.
That's the one that that's the one that literally had the backdrop being like,
I'll send you his address. You've got to turn up and punch man in the mouth at this point. Like,
Ram's my guy, by the way. People. I just like crashing.
Fight back, bro.
Be careful, bro. I might take a trip from Houston to Manchester. You know what I mean?
Ram, man. I'm a peaceful man, yo. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no problems, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to Manchester, stop off, go Liverpool. Yo, your issues are there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what your problem
is. This is what I'm saying with this bullshit. Like, this guy just can't. No, it's like your chick when you're mid argument, and like you think the argument's done, and she'll just clap back with some like, literally. It's just like, shut up. This guy.
He proceeds to get up and walk away, and then she just starts mouthing off again and again. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Flores is a Jack Russell, man. He just yaps and yaps and yaps. Like,
I don't even yap that much, yo. I'm here to, talk to you lot and see what's what. And the reason why I'm smiling, I'm here with my guys. That's why, man. I enjoy these streams, man. And obviously, I don't get to talk to Stroh, Ram, and G on a regular basis either, as well. Yes, Lex, what you saying, fam? You blessed? You good?
We got Lex, man.
Yeah, no. Solid.
Blessings.
Yo, can we get to what my biggest frustration's been over the past month?
You talking about? All right, go on. Are you gonna talk about? It's not what I was thinking. Go on. Say your piece.
What was you thinking?
I was thinking about the Trent thing. I was gonna ask you about that situation.
100%.
Was it Trent? All right, I didn't think it was that.
100%. Bro, I'm sick to death. I'm sick to death at these non-Liverpool fans trying to tell Liverpool fans how they can and can't fucking react with players. So let me just address something really quickly. Yeah, I've seen Arsenal fans try and take the high road. Did you not boo your own captain off the pitch? I've seen Manchester United fans try and take a high road. Have you not verbally abused Harry Maguire for God knows how many years because of his performances and stuff like that? Like, this is my point with this situation, yeah. And this, hopefully, there's going to be some people in the comments that aren't going to agree with me. I couldn't give a fuck. But when I'm seeing pundits like, I felt so sorry for him. But I thought he'd get better. But it's so bad, but it's Liverpool. You'll never walk alone until you leave. Fuck off, right? Let me just explain something to you very quickly. So this is Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? The kid who marketed, and I need you to understand that word very listen intently, marketed himself as a brand, as the local boy who's living his dream. Local boy that's living his dream, playing for Liverpool. He marketed himself as that and built a brand off that. He's been paid off that. He's earned money from that. Last season, he was vice captain.
He's got his Adidas deal, Stro.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we got his big Adidas deal. Last season, he was vice captain. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Right. Tell me how many interviews he did as vice captain.
No, you tell me. You're no better than me.
One. On the pitch at Leicester, right? So he did the celebration at West Ham, which wasn't about people talking about his fucking.
This.
Yeah. That was the Liverpool fans talking because they were getting frustrated. As the vice captain, we had Carabao Cup finals. We had big Champions League games. We had big Premier League games, which actually, let's just revisit the big Premier League game, shall we? So the big Premier League game, which caused a lot of stir, was the Manchester United game, because what happened 24 hours before the Manchester United game? His brother facilitated Real Madrid making a bid for Trent Alexander-Arnold. The same boy that marketed himself as a local boy living a dream at Liverpool. So how are you going to tell me, right, as someone who's, and let's just call a spade, there was many football fans that used to try and take the piss out of Liverpool's COVID title and would call it a COVID title. So there was a lot of Liverpool fans last year that just wanted to go and win the league just to get that duck off our back, right? Yeah. In the biggest game, at a crucial point in the season, a crucial game at home to Manchester United, where a lot of people felt like if we won that game, they'd have started to believe. And your right back is fucking mentally on holiday because his brother's trying to facilitate a bid from Real Madrid, and you could see it on the pitch. He didn't look himself. As vice captain, do you think that's good enough? As vice captain, as someone that's marketing, but not even that. As vice captain, he's marketing himself as the kid, as the kid that's living his dream. What, you're trying to force a move to Real Madrid January when we've got a title to win? You're not doing media. You're not speaking to the press. But yet you've got Van Dijk and fucking Salah every opportunity are getting dragged in front of the cameras to talk about the contract. Where's Trent? Why are they happy to talk about the contract? Because they're saying that they want to stay and it's down to the club and they'll sort it out. But Trent secretly wants to leave but doesn't have the fucking bollocks to say that he wants to leave. If he'd have come out in September, October and went, this is my last season, I'm going to give everything I've absolutely got. I owe everything I am as a player, as a person to this club. I want to make sure I leave on a high. I just want to try something new. Do you think we're in this position where he's getting fucking booed out of the stadium?
He does kill a lot of the uncertainty. I still think
it's because Liverpool fans are blind, and you can clearly see what was happening behind the scenes. He's asking fucking Liverpool TV to fucking delete footage from training where he's getting spun inside out.
Wait, what? Wait, what's this?
It was by Rio.
What? Whoa. Wait, I didn't know this part. So there was footage in training that came out of Rio spinning, man, and then he's asked them to edit it out.
Oh, it was all over the. It was all over the media. It was all over.
I missed it.
No, we didn't know who. They didn't release.
We just didn't know who at the time.
They just said Rio
spun. Spanning games though.
Yeah, but
no. Yeah, but exactly. You know, getting spun in games different than being spun by a 16, 15-year-old who knows.
This is when he was in the academy, bro. He was still in the academy.
And it's like,
and
it's like this is my problem. Like people just
this
want
was
to
in the midst of
defend it.
so this was in the midst of the uncertainty of if he was going to sign the contract.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so the editor said, "Yeah, fuck this guy." I'm saying, "Yeah, run this."
But it's like my whole thing is, like you've got your brother, and this is the other thing. But this is the other thing which a lot of people aren't taking into context because they don't want it to, because it doesn't suit their narrative. You've got his brother who is actively moving youth team players away from Liverpool's academy because his brother's brand as a sports agent, his agency want nothing to do with Liverpool. So he's actively moving top talent from Liverpool's academy to other teams. He's actively moved his brother away from Liverpool after his brother has marketed himself as a local boy living the dream. I would give fucking anything to play for Liverpool. And if you honestly believe, hand on, and there's a reason why Gerrard came out and said he's disappointed. There's a reason why multiple Robbie Fowler, like even Michael Owen, who actually made that move, said, I can understand why he's did it, but I don't understand why he's done it at the time. For sacrilege himself to come out and say that speaks volumes.
Sacrilege, that's crazy word.
Bro, you know I hate Michael Owen. Like,
I know you do.
I've got a stain.
I know you despise that,
bro.
Man.
Like, but my point is, I'm watching these pundits, and it's lazy punditry, and I'm just sick to death of him crying about him getting booed. He was always going to get booed because of the way he conducted himself last year. As vice captain, you just said, right, you hold people to a higher standard. As vice captain, I don't care if your contract's on the line at the end of the season or not. We're in a title race. We've won one title in 30 years. As vice captain, who's someone who's marked himself as a local boy, I want to hear what this means to you to go and win this title. Come and tell me. Right. But you hid from the media like a coward.
Well, I just can't dispute that. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, and the social media editor at your club, yeah, props to him. You should have got a raise for that. That's mad funny. Lex, what are you saying about Trent being booed?
What do you mean?
I know you would have booed him, but what's your thoughts on it? What's your thoughts on the response from like pundits and other rival fans saying it's wrong, etc.? We'll go there.
Brother, listen. He got booed by what? 40, 50, 60,000 people? Yeah, who gives a fuck what one person has to say, blood? One dickhead with some narrative. Oh, let's try to spin the narrative because we have media coverage. Brother, he got booed by an entire stadium. Fuck what anyone else has to say. Fuck what any other fans has to say. This is Liverpool, and whatever the fans do or say is the only thing that matters. Nothing else matters. So if the entire stadium booed him, he deserves to get booed. If an entire country of people vote for a particular person to be the prime minister or this or that, because the people have the power in it. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, and Trent's a dickhead, fam. Like what? Walk on. Don't pretend this guy's an absolute dickhead. When he did the celebration, I got hope. I was like, oh. Because at the time, there's a lot of speculation of him wanting to leave. Mm-hmm. So man come out and do this celebration. It's like, like keep talking. And then left.
He did, yeah. Then he left after this, yeah.
And then no, but Stroh spoke to his marketing being that of the young guy living his dream. Not even just that. He was branded as wanting to play for Liverpool forever, this and that. So when him go to know an intro, like him go to Madrid now, and he must say, it's been a long dream, it's been a while, it's been in the making, and then him caught himself and say, you get what I said, dog? So what? So you blame us for Trent's actions? We never did this. Liverpool fans never did this. Trent did this to himself. We're just reacting to what he did.
Did you see his Prime interview? Did any of you watch the Prime interview?
I didn't watch it.
What, recently?
Yeah, so before the Real Madrid game, the woman who was presenting the game, right, so specifically, the first part of the interview, which is 3-4 minutes long, they speak Spanish, right, which my best mate Spanish, born in Spain, support Real Madrid. It takes a number of time to speak that high level Spanish. Let me just get that right. When they're talking, when they're talking, yeah, she specifically starts making jokes about Bellingham, and she actually turns around and says, "When you were trying to make your decision, was Jude on the phone?" She's like, "Come," and he was like, "No, I've been speaking to Jude about this for a couple of years, like asking him what it was like at Real Madrid and stuff." And I'm like, "You just said it yourself."
Proper dickhead. Proper dickhead.
Go watch the interview.
So if it was more than a, if it was
I know if you saying he said that in an interview, he said it.
If it was a few years, then he was definitely doing it under Klopp.
Yeah, because they brethren, they good brethren as well. So him saying
man could have spin any narrative. You get me? The man could have come out and say, you know, I miss Klopp and it's just not the same without Klopp, so that's why I want to leave. Or some bullshit.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he could have said that.
Or him could have just, or the thing about it is, him could have just played. Him could have just played for say, yo, Madrid was always his dream. If that was the thing, like from day one, then fine. But that was never the thing spouted as a dream. You get what I say?
Man said, I want to be the Liverpool captain like Gerrard, and I want to spend my whole career at Liverpool. So you tell me why when we're at the cream of the crop, why we've just won the Premier League again, and Salomon Van Dijk have got reassurances that we're going to go big in the market, which you'd have got the same assurances as well. Why suddenly you think, actually, Real Madrid, you know, the team that beat us in finals, which one of them I switched off at the back post for, by the way. There you go, Vinicius. Nice one. I'll give you the assist when I get to Madrid.
Thanks for reminding him. Thanks for fucking reminding him.
Do you know what I'm saying? And then this is... Nah, man. He was lucky he didn't get booed at the airport. He's lucky he didn't get... The guy, man, is just... And then not even that, yeah? We're talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold, and this is the bit which no one spoke about, which really made me laugh, right? When you've got his family calling Liverpool fans victims, when you've got his family who were trying to argue to try and defend Trent, and they're calling Liverpool fans victims, knowing what that means to Liverpool fans, what we're talking about here. It's not even an argument, but lazy pundits won't discuss anything like that because, that's too close to the wire. I just feel sorry for him.
What was his family saying? So his family was saying that his family were trying to defend him, but saying that Liverpool
trying to defend him. It was just like Liverpool fans have just got a victim mentality. They're just
victim mentality. Right. Got it.
It's like you're taking a piss. You're calling Liverpool fans victims when you've sat and you know what calling Liverpool fans victims about Hillsborough. Like, what we doing here?
Mentality.
Yeah. Let's not do that. And what, they're supposed to be Liverpool fans? What, because you're defending Trent? Like, mate. Get his ass, like, I don't ever want to see an interview from him again. I honestly don't care. But he was always going to get booed. But there's just the narrative of the pundits, man. It was so poor. Like, Total Sport made a 30-minute thing about him, practically crying, but he deserves better. Fuck off.
Look at what this one.
Ram, what are you saying about Trent being booed and the reaction from pundits and rival fans?
I don't give a shit no more about that guy.
Damn,
I
don't care. Like, I don't care at this point.
Man's a real player,
and you know what? Yeah, I'll ask all of you, man. Yeah, Liverpool fans think fondly of Robbie Fowler, but what do they think about Steve McManaman?
Don't like him because he's a scumbag because of the way that he left.
There's a reason why Liverpool fans love Robbie Fowler, and those two came into the club at the same time. And people arguably say that he was McManaman was a technically better footballer.
Because what did McManaman do? McManaman ran his contract down. Ran his contract down so we could get the transfer fee as a signing on fee instead. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep. You got a nice little
and the thing that you always hear is, but you didn't pay anything for him. All right, cool.
But you've invested in him, people. That's a myth. When you have,
he wouldn't be where he is if it wasn't for us.
You put money like that costs money. You know
these are the same
players cost bread. Yeah.
These are the same Liverpool fans that would defend him till they were blue in the face.
People spam things down.
Yeah, if he's don't spam Ali, we good go.
But these are the same Liverpool fans that would literally defend him defensive stats till we were blue in the face.
Hey, Ren, big up my guy. Every time, Ren. Hope you're good.
Bruv, Klopp would defend the guy till
Liverpool fans would. So that's why Liverpool fans feel so disrespected because of everything. You're the vice captain. You can't even find your voice. You can do this. Dickhead one.
No, that's fair. I hear it. Yo, G, I know you got dip. Blessings for joining as well, man. Every time. Shout out your channel. Let them know what you got coming up over the international break and when the seasons and when the Premier League kicks back off as well. Floor's yours.
Yeah, GTV football, man. Subscribe if you want. I'm always here to rain on the parade, so make sure you subscribe. If you don't want to. But now, big up to Stroh, big up to Lex, big up to Ram. Every time I like. I feel like, yeah, there's not enough spaces like here. Do you know what I'm saying? Where man can just chill, chat, have a good conversation. So, guys, make sure you're always smashing the like button, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? All that kind of good stuff, man. And I'll catch you guys on the rebound.
Blessings. Yo, G, catch up with you soon. Definitely. I'm going to shout you soon. You lot subscribe to G's channel. The link's underneath in the description. Same way as Ram's, same way with Ed's, same way with Lex's channel as well. All links are underneath in the description as well. Big up to everyone in the chat. I see you lot. Continue to please run up the likes, hit the subscribe button before we do indeed close out as well. So Lex, I already know you slot out 100%. He needs to go now. To Straw and Ram, how long are you giving him where it's like, all right, to turn it around, where it's like the performances and results need to get better? That's why I didn't ask you, Lex. I already know your stance, my brother. Hey, Ram, Straw, floor's yours.
I've kept it consistent for multiple teams, and I kept it consistent with my team as well. I want to see improvements, and if I don't see any significant improvements up until game week 20, then
when's game week 20? When's that?
January. Halfway through the season. I kept the same energy back when people said Arsenal want challenges back in 22-23. I said I want to wait until game week 19, and if they win that game and they're top of the table and it's game week 20.
So you're looking at what, like Burnley at home? Because that's like mid-January.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
But he can't lose 7 in his next 10 from now.
Mate.
See, I'm looking at after the Leeds game at home in end of December. Leeds. Yeah, Leeds game at the end of December. That's in my head because you look at this running, yeah, and because my whole thing is right. I want to see performances because we've not had a full performance.
What now, wait, pun? You want to see performances? You watch this fucking team, blood.
Yeah.
You expect this to get better?
Yeah.
How?
What do you mean how? Because what? How would it not get better?
It won't. From a tactical perspective, it won't.
Why won't it?
Because the changes that were made to the team, Slot has taken so long to properly figure them out. It's a joke. Mm-hmm. And then when you look from that aspect, then you analyze the game management from game to game and where it's gone in comparison to where it was before. Bro, there's just so much. There's a lot of damage here. So it's like, how much damage will you allow him to cause because of the fact that he won us the league last year? You get what I say? So
I get what you're saying.
It's all good and great, and we're grateful for the league. But at least draw a game sometimes. At least set up the team in a way where if we cannot win, we don't lose. But we're just dying. We are dying. You get what I said? Like, no, there's an overall issue from a system perspective. Because sometimes you realize it's not necessarily an effort thing, because it's just a tactical change. And the players look weird. Like, for instance, man will say, oh, Wirtz, oh, this guy, oh, no one looks good. No one. You get me? No, when we played against Real Madrid, it worked because you press Real Madrid, what's going to happen? They don't necessarily have the best press proven players. They don't necessarily set up tactically well enough to actually play from out of the press. And then the chemistry just isn't good there. When we come up against City, in the first couple of minutes, all right, after the first goal, there should have been a tactical change, and the thing was supposed to be go into a mid block, stop pressing so aggressively, do more contained pressing instead of because they beat the press every single time. They just beat the press over and over, and we continued to press and press and press. It was so dumb. It was almost as if these guys were perfectionists at beating the press, which in all honesty, City is probably one of the teams that come close to being able to beat the press. From a personal perspective and from a tactical perspective. And there were no significant changes to say, oh, well, every time we built up, the ball was going to Konate, and Konate was standing and just looking, trying to find a pass. Everyone that received a pass had virtually no one to pass it to, blood. It's a tactical issue. It's a training ground problem because we acquired players that are footballers, but we're not really trying to play football. That's why Szoboszlai looks so good, because he's from a technical standpoint. When you look across our team, he's probably one of the least technical players, but one of the most athletic players. So he is going to look good regardless. Where he would look bad is when the other players who are technical around him outperform him. But if the tactics aren't set up to suit these players, say for instance, a lot of the time we moan about Wirtz losing the ball. A lot of the times that Wirtz lose the ball, he has either 1 to 0 passing option. You get me? From a systematic perspective, that cannot be the case when you acquire a player like Wirtz. It cannot be, because he's always trying to find a link up. He's a link player, but there's no links, blood. The man, it's always iso ball, and then he's forced to dribble and dribble and dribble and dribble to find a pass. While, like for instance, the other day when he played the ball out for a throw, Gakpo was running into no man's land when the space was there for him to just drop and receive it. Bro, we played pro clubs last night. The man them was saying, yo, just drop and receive the ball. Stop running away from the fucking ball. If the man them in the pro clubs can understand to stop run from the fucking ball, what the fuck is Slot doing? Yeah. What is he doing?
Yesterday when we was
Against City, iso ball. You just pass the ball to Salah. No one to help him. No one, nowhere. And then Salah tried to take on O'Reilly, and got clamped every time. Because Salah is not that guy anymore. It has to be link play. And then when Salah has a little space, he has to cut in and try and find a pass into the box. You know why? Because everybody has run into the box. It's just my problem is, bro, I would not be Slot out if I could understand what he's doing. You get me? But it is so clear that just because of the changes that we've made into actually getting actual footballers, the adjustment has been just abysmal.
But what managers are there?
It's true. What is this?
No, it's not. What is this? I'm asking you a genuine question.
I have no idea.
That's the problem.
No, that's not the problem, because I'm not supposed to be the one with the ideas, blood.
But what I'm saying is, right, and I'm not disagreeing with any of the points you made, by the way, because a lot of them are.
Oh, you mean what manager? All right, hold on. First, let's take the manager that Slot cannot beat. Yeah? Let's take the Crystal Palace manager. No, you dickhead. No, this guy. Let's take Glasner. Who cares at this point?
You don't. I don't think it'll be a great match.
I don't know. I have no idea. But guess what? Slot can't beat him, so it's worth a shot.
You guys enjoying Isak?
Hey brother, isn't this a Liverpool show?
Yeah, I don't know why this guy just showed up. He signed in. That's why.
What do you mean he just showed up?
He just showed up. He signed in.
I looked at the
Steve. He's got a point. Yeah, yes, he signed in.
What the fuck? The brother, and the first question this brother asked as a Newcastle fan is, are you enjoying Isak? Yeah, brother. Like, what going?
He didn't see it was a special, but he is signed in. I didn't click him in.
Proper dickhead.
It's
just the world's just filled with dickheads. I thought I had a legit manager. Turns out it's a dickhead. what the fuck? This brother just strip off the mask. Ten Hag, bro. It's like Scooby Doo. What the hell, blood?
Just
fucking
who is this really?
Yeah. You have no idea how disappointed I am, blood. Remember when we started losing games, or when we were having the wins, but we had bad performances? I was the one saying, yo, I trust Slot because I've seen him make tactical changes and this and that. And to be honest, this brother probably made 3 changes last game and none of them worked. You know why? Because they weren't the changes that we needed. It needs to be a fundamental change as to the way we play football. Off the ball movement of our players when we are in possession, it has to change. It cannot be this gung-ho counter-attack, run away from the ball bullshit, because we don't have those players anymore. We don't have the Jordan Hendersons, or we don't even have a where that dickhead for your team name, Flawless.
Which one?
Like for the ball. Bruno. Yes. Bruno. We don't even have like players like that who just like for spam balls. No. Most the players that we acquired, the Eketike, the Wirtz, even what Frimpong and them man was like them play short balls and them thing there. The only thing Kirkes do is run down the line and square it and then run back. But that's a whole different ball game. We can't forget about Kirkes. We have to change how we play. And then what the thing about that?
So many Red Devil. That's why.
He
said, Manchester United. I was like, yo, pick one on the pitch. Coaching staff, manager, hierarchy, fans, pick one. You know what I'm saying? Pick one. That's why I was like, ooh.
You get me?
But go on,
and to be honest with you, I don't know if any other manager will work. But brother, at this point in time, what? Bro, yo,
try it.
And the problem is try. The reason why it's tried, bro, it's because the level cannot be winning the league to we're just absolute dog shit. That's great. The person responsible for that needs to go. I'm sorry. And it can't be, we wait till December. You man want to wait till we have 3 wins in 14, 15 games, still lose it. Bro, we're losing to shit teams. And we get the occasional win here and there, but every time we get a win, the next few games, it just kind of looks like a fluke. And is it a case of, he's just taking a time to figure it out? Is it a case where no matter what manager you give this team, they cannot do better?
See, this is where my worry comes in, because I'm not of the mindset of just get people in for the sake of it, and then we end up worse in a situation where it's worse than what we're in now. We can't afford to do that.
It's very difficult to get worse than this, true.
It's not though, because like
I think
Roy Hodgson. We've lived through that.
But we're currently flirting with that with way more investment and miles better players. That's the problem. We're literally flirting with that kind of form with a whole transformed team. Brother, our striker is 150 million.
I
well, my bad. One of them.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, come the end of December, it's a different conversation.
Oh, we're gonna have that deal.
I'll come back 100%.
No, of course, no. Remind me to do the show end of December, 100%. Hey, Ram, make sure you're here too, fam.
I'll be in Australia, bro.
Australia.
Oh, enjoy, yo. You going on holiday, yeah?
I'll make sure I'll be in Australia by that.
There we go.
What you mean? We thinking you booked a holiday already, but you think he might turn it around? No, you do have faith, Ram, that he could turn it around, though.
Yo, all right, but
go on, Lex.
But Flawless.
Go on.
All right, guys, look. from a percentage perspective, each week that we perform a specific way, doesn't it get less and less and less and less and less?
Oh yeah, I agree.
You think him can turn it around?
It's such a tough spot to be in because he did win the league last season, but the fall off has been so crazy and so unexpected. So
it's like you're there rave. It's like you're there rave, and you see Ty, and you say, "Yo, Ty, turn her around." It not gonna happen, blood.
Nah, but Lex, if you spoke to me after the Palace game,
turn around team.
Nah,
at this point, I don't even think the players want for turn around team. Why for that?
I do look at that. I think the players look fed up. I'm not gonna lie. No, they look like there's a lack of belief. That's what I should say. It looks like there's a lack of fight.
Believe, bro.
Ram, you mentioned this though about the game when you said after the penalty miss there was no response.
We have 5 losses in the league. It's November. Believe in what? Just throw the season. Run a Ineos Amarim thing. Just book it. Just done. For the season.
We just put it over half the season and see what happens.
You man have been fucking seasons for like the past 10 years.
But this one is intentional.
Oh my god.
For me, the league is already done. The league's already done.
No.
Our only hope is Champions
League.
But
here's the problem, Ram. The league is so shit right now. The league is as shit as we are. In terms of just the overall scope of the league, bro. Listen, if we never lost the City, I think we'd be second, blood.
Yeah, you could have went second to some crazy shit like that. Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, it was mad. That is mad.
You get me? So one loss took us to 8th from being a possible second if we won. It's just 3 points that would have done that.
Yeah, it's literally from 13th to 3rd is 5 points.
Yeah, brother, it's not that. And bro, always never forget this. Cool. Arsenal are in first place. Never forget this. Once Arsenal's in first place, there's always hope. Always.
I said there's a chance. Arsenal in first, there's a chance.
Because they're gonna win the league, they're gonna win the treble, they're gonna win that. But if Rice injured and they don't have set pieces anymore, they're fucked. Just explain it to me. Explain it. How are you gonna win the league? Explain it. Articulate it with the fucking IQ brains that you football tacticals have. Please tell me.
Arsenal fans say they got Gyökeres, bro.
The problem isn't Gyökeres. The problem is Arteta.
He is the problem. It is Mikel Arteta. He's that biggest up. He is.
Nah, Lex, I hear you on that, bro. But I still think, looking at it mathematically, we've got 27 games left. Yeah, with the way that we are right now, I don't think we're going to win the league because the way that Arsenal are playing, the way that City are playing as well, I think those guys are they're going to go ahead with us.
Yeah. All right. Look. Forget the league. You think we're making top 4 with this form?
With this form, no.
No,
brother.
With the players that we have, yes. The players that we have, yes, but with the form, no.
Yeah, this Ryan. Yo, him can get time out though.
Yo, you just gotta ignore him, man. You just gotta.
You hear what I say?
Yeah, I've been seeing him there, and we've been here all 2 hours and 16 minutes, and I adjusted it. Shit since the start. I'm just used to it. He's just
here for shits and giggles, isn't it?
I'm just used to it. Yo, I just ignore him. You see how Gakpo treats Kirkes? That's how I treat Ryan. Just straight ignorant. I'm gonna just keep cutting in, yo. Keep cutting in.
My god.
Do you know what I found? Do you know what I found cute though? Like it was in my Twitter DMs or it might have been today or yesterday, right? He was talking about something. It was the Trent thing again, and I was like, no, the biggest problem was Pep made sure that we pressed they pressed Van Dijk, so Konate had to come out with the ball. Bro, I seen him practically recycle word for word in the chat before what I said to him in the group chat. I'm like, stop recycling stuff. You're just saying stuff that other people are saying. It's like the amount of times he's come into my DMs with a Sky Sports pundit's words regurgitated into Ryan's stupidness. I'm like, bro, just form your own opinion.
Yeah, we've been on 2 hours and 18 minutes. He's been here for 2 hours and 18 minutes. This is the first time we've addressed him now.
Get this guy out.
Even Sam, because Sam asked, you know what's crazy? About an hour and a half ago, Sam asked the question and Ryan responded, and Sam said, "Yeah, I know what you're like. I wasn't asking you." Sam said, "Yeah, the chat no."
Don't need of Arteta as well, bro. Big man team.
He's the Arteta guy in there. Arteta best manager in the league and all that. Generational. You know what I'm saying?
There is absolutely nothing generational about Arteta. There will never, ever be anything generational about Arteta. Nothing.
There's managers who are miles better generational. But you lot, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button on the channel, hit the notification bell as well. Make sure you subscribe to the Rams channel. The Rams stand links underneath in the description. Make sure you subscribe to Lex's channel as well, Leximate. Subscribe to Enz's channel, Enzman TV. Subscribe to G's channel, GTV Football as well. All links are underneath in the description. Run up the likes on here, hit the subscribe button as well. Later on tonight, you're not getting the show. The United City show with Vader is tomorrow, people. Because obviously Troops is doing the stream to raise funds for Jamaica in regards to the hurricane as well. So I'm going to redirect you over to there. He's been doing a 24-hour stream. He started at 11 a.m., so he's currently still going on. Me, Lex, a few of the others will be over there in about an hour and a half as well, to a couple hours during the night as well. So make sure you get over there, support people, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button on Troops' stream, even if you can't super chat. You lot can hit the like button, which is free. You lot can share it across all your socials as well. Because all of the, I think he's got the link underneath in the description. All of the funds are going, everything that's raised is going towards Jamaica people. All of it. All of the funds, 100% of the funds is going to it. So make sure. Yes, Syed, I'll be over there. Yes, I will be over there on the channel later. 100%. Lex will be there. Javon will join as well. Hopefully Kaneki can, but obviously he's currently over in Jamaica as well. So he's working tirelessly. So hopefully you can jump on. I'm not sure who's on with Troops now, but I know Zah was there earlier, and I know he's had other special guests on, and we'll have other special guests on during as well. So shout out to Troops, man. Like I say, 24-hour stream. That's no light feat. But yeah, before we go, Ram, we'll go to you first, man. We'll go to you first. Forest at home is the return game, man. Scoreline prediction for that. I know it's the 22nd of November, but I'll ask, because this will be, we won't talk on, we probably won't talk on so then.
Low block.
Yeah,
counter.
Sean Dash, low block, all that stuff.
Oy, shit, bro. Are they in good form as well?
Shut up, man. Say it with chest.
1-0.
Forest first. All right.
What?
Cool.
What? Wait. Say that again, Flawless.
I said you said 1-0, so automatically I went to Forest.
Oh, really?
I went to the team in better form. Yeah. Why would I not? They're the team in better form.
I don't think they are.
They definitely are. They've not lost 7 in their last 10.
Nah, but in their last 6, they've lost. I think they lost.
So why we do the last 6? Is it?
You
you lost in the last 6. Are we doing all comps?
Same as them.
It's the same.
Same as them. Yeah. Talk now.
Yeah, wait, because you sounded so confident then, bro. Like, you sounded ridiculously confident, like they're in better form. Say something now, dickhead.
Yeah, that was just.
To be fair, arguably, we have better form than them because they drew in Europe.
Yeah, that was a guess.
Get him, right?
Yeah. You know what it was?
Get him.
It was a complete guess, man. It was a wild shot in the dark, man. Of course it was, man. It was a Gakpo shot, man.
Nah, Ram, don't let him off the hook. Ram, don't let him off the hook. Nah, Ram, don't let him off the hook. Don't.
Talk, bro. My man's so confident. I'm about
to jump into a URL. I'm about to jump into a URL hype man in a minute.
I know you've been doing
like prime K Shine when
T-Rex is battling.
Ram, let's go, man.
Let's go, Ram. Let's go, Ram. Nah, you right. I was just you know what?
Take it back what you said like last time with the sweeper statement. Take it back.
I'll take it back. Liverpool are in better form than Nottingham Forest. Yes.
Ram, this is bare soft, you know. Like, I'm so get in.
You know whose fault this?
Unfortunately, I've been told to respect it.
No, a slut's fault. You can't get upset with Flawless.
Facts.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Yeah, bro, I've had 15 plus years of this shit. I can't.
Blame me, yo.
I can't.
So, Ram, you're saying 1-0 Liverpool. Stroll, what are you saying? Forest.
2-1 Liverpool.
Nah, Stroll. Ali's back. Alisson's back.
Oh,
That's
it doesn't mean that we're not going to concede.
We won't.
What?
It will save us.
Shut up, man. It's 2-1. 2-1 Liverpool. Ekitike to score.
Best goalkeeper in the world, bro. He's back. And plus the mentality as well in that defense. Finally, we got our first choice keeper, but telling you, man.
What? Just 2-1 Forest. 2-1 Liverpool against Forest.
Yeah. First, Lex, you turn it around?
Just make up a result, bro. Just toss up a result now there. Whatever drop, whatever line works. Yeah, man. Cool.
Hey, big up Will. Yes, we are going to be going live as well. We'll be going live on the gaming channel, people, for pro clubs, but we're going to redirect over to Troops' channel for our live stream. But make sure, again, support everyone you see on here. Genuinely, you see everyone in the chat. Genuinely fuck with Bahrain people. So make sure you subscribe to everyone here. Subscribe to Ram's channel, the Ram Stand. Subscribe to Lex's channel, Leximate. Subscribe to G's channel, GTV Football. Subscribe to Enz's channel, Enzman TV as well. All the links are underneath in the description as well. So make sure you do so. Like I said, we're heading over to Troops' channel. Please run up the likes as soon as you get over there. We're going to go live on the gaming channel. So subscribe to Sarcasm City TV Gaming YouTube. Subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Extra YouTube channel as well. There's content over there, NBA watch-alongs, boxing watch-alongs, UFC, etc. as well. And I'll be back on air, like I said, with Vader for the United City show tomorrow, 11:30 p.m. UK time as well. So big up, man. Hope you all have enjoyed this stream as well, man. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A special edition on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.